I don't think that's high enough. We're gonna leave that. See if anybody. Oh, I should have grabbed my iPad in the first place. I don't think I've actually shown myself without makeup yet, so that's fun. And my hair won't go the other way, so. Okay, yeah, I'll do that. So we're just gonna leave that. Oh, somebody joined. Let me see. No, Narancha, what are you doing on my YouTube stream? Sorry, Narancha is my favorite character from part 5. Is that part 5? Yeah. Sorry, I'm not like the biggest fan of JoJo, but part 5 is probably my favorite part. I'm slowly getting more into it, but also happy Turkey Day. Don't call it Thanksgiving because I don't know if I want to celebrate it as Thanksgiving anymore because, you know, it was based off the slaughter of like thousands of indigenous people. So it's just Turkey Day for right now because I don't know what else. Thanksgiving is honestly kind of like a butt holiday. So I'm gonna just be cleaning on stream and I really didn't want to draw. So welcome. I'm at Polnareff Land. Dude, how's that going? But I feel like Polnareff Land, I don't know why I feel like it smells like cotton candy. I have no idea. I have literally no clue, but I feel like Polnareff would smell like that. I don't know why. Don't ask me why. I really don't. So I'm home alone. My entire family went camping. Not camping without me. I hate camping and I didn't want to go. So I took a bath, moisturized, and got in my pajamas, and then I made a grilled cheese at like 9 o'clock at night. I don't want to draw right now, though. That's the thing. I don't want to draw right now. So we're going to clean instead. And my dogs are in here, so. And yeah, we're going to talk about stuff. I don't know, whatever you guys want to talk about. Also, I'm super bougie, and I put a little ring light that I got from eBay on my phone, so I'm not looking too crusty. I just want to say you're very pretty. Thank you! I just took off my makeup, so I'm like, I don't know if I want to stream, but my bangs are still done, so as long as my hair is done, that's okay. Talk about JoJo. Okay, since this is a cosplay art account, I guess I'll do this while I'm grabbing stuff. So, there is a future Giorno cosplay in the works. I know, guys. Absolutely incredible. And, God, I have so much crap. Like, I'm being serious. I'm sorry, that probably hurt someone's ears. My room is absolutely filthy, and I'm a clean freak, so you think I know. But yeah, so there's a femme Giorno cosplay in the works. That's probably gonna be my biggest handmade costume. So pretty excited. Am I making it? No, but my best friend is a seamstress, and so she's gonna help me out with it. Y'all just gonna leave? My dogs just walked down on me. They're not nice. Y'all ain't nice. Yeah. Also, speaking of like really quickly on a quick tangent, like of home life stuff, this used to just be a wall, and we're getting our bathrooms redone, and so I got a door to the bathroom. I don't know about anybody else, but I feel like I have bragging rights for that, because ever since I was a child, don't ask me why this was my dream, but I always wanted a bathroom in my room, because I was that lazy. And now that I realize that I have executive dysfunction sometimes, that's going to help out a lot. I wonder why you stopped uploading for 2 years and came back. Okay, so I could talk about that too. So we'll talk about that. But yeah, Giorno cosplay in the works. Super excited. Whenever I get money for that. Once cons start coming back is when I'll start working on cosplay stuff again. Until then, I'll give tips and stuff. But, so why I left, so when I started this channel, it was brand new year of like 2018. I was like, wow, I am super into K-pop. I'm gonna make K-pop content. I'm gonna make K-pop content. And I kept trying to upload consistently and do a bunch of stuff. And then in between that time, I moved from like 5 different places. No, not 5, probably like 4 different places And so my brain is boggled how I uploaded that much, and while I was being tossed around like that, no idea. But it was like, it was November of like 2018. And I was just, because I was working on my fanfic series for BTS, and I was like, man, I'm not really feeling it anymore, like the fanfic writing and whatnot. And so I took a break from it, and also I was moving schools, finally getting into like a more stable home life, and I was like, okay, cool. I still want to upload videos. There's not a time where I don't want to like produce YouTube content, because I've always done that since I was little. So but yeah, and so when 2019 rolled around, like the new year, I was super excited to make new videos. But K-pop content wise, that year, it was just a lot of people were making fun of me for liking K-pop. And so because it was so bad, I like fell off with it. And by last fall, I wasn't into it as much anymore. Like I would still listen to it, but like I'm going back now as of recently, going back and listening to more K-pop songs, like the older songs, but I'm just not too much into it anymore. And so that's why I kind of switched up my content. I still like K-pop. I'm just not as big as a stan I am now. I'm not really caught up with drama. Like there's a lot of stuff. I'm just not as like into it anymore. Still listen to songs, just not like, I'm not a stan anymore. Somebody commented, and I don't want to be rude, so are you gonna go to any cons when available? Absolutely. You bet your bottom dollar. I don't know. I'm sorry I keep doing this. It's like a comfort thing. TikTok made me do it, and so now I'm stuck like this. It's great. But I was going to organize. I need to organize while I do this. I need to multitask. I need to, you know? So basically, the answer is yes. Hi, babies. Come in here. I don't know why they both want to come in here at the same time. Get out of the toilet. You can't even use it. Gotta make sure they don't drink the toilet water. Number one priorities, guys. Making sure the dogs don't drink the toilet water. I'm home alone for like 3 days. That's the only thing I gotta do besides clean up my mess. But yes, cosplay gives me so much joy. And also it's like the only time I like truly feel super freaking confident. Like I feel like I could kill God when I'm in cosplay. I wish I was lying. If I could explain this feeling to anybody, that's actually how it feels. I feel like I could kill God. I can feel like I could kill any deity. Hi, baby. How's it going? She's underneath my feet right now. They just keep walking around, dude. I feel like I got kids right now. I look like a mom. I look like my mom. But the answer is yes. I pray that at least everything is cleared up enough and safe enough for Anime Expo 2021 to shop. I've been looking into like the astrology charts and like readings that people have been doing, and a lot of the people say that there is like this time frame between May 13th, 2 days after my birthday, all the way to July 28th, where it's like a decent time. Like we're gonna have a decent time. A lot of astrologists are saying that we'll be back to somewhat normalcy a year from now. I really don't want to wait a year for cosplay, especially like whatever happens, happens. I'm not God. I can't make the rules, but like I don't want that to happen. But yeah. Hi, Courtney. I love you, miss you too. I'm just talking about con stuff and hanging out with Piper. So, but yeah, totally con stuff is gonna be back. Hopefully AX 2021, because me and my best friend get so hyped about cosplay. That's like, we're artists. We have a bunch of hobbies that we do together, but nothing. I've never seen two more empowered women when their two best friends cosplaying things that they love together. It's great. It's absolutely great. And AX always holds a special place in my heart. It was like the first big convention I ever went to, and it's the only convention I went to consecutively up until this year. This year probably would have been my 4th year going. Yeah. I practically live at Anime Expo. And every year, it's not AX's fault. It's just stuff always goes wrong during con season. If I can give any tip, any random tip for cosplayers, especially if you're going to a big con, something always goes wrong. So prepare money, your costumes, whatever you gotta do, something will always go wrong. Or maybe God just hates me. but something always goes wrong at a convention. And my last AX that I went to was the worst convention I've ever been to. I'm going to close this so then we can have my anime wall showing. And so it looks more cohesive. But yeah, my last Anime Expo I went to, absolutely the worst con I've ever been to. Not because of Anime Expo, but the circumstances that happened that weekend I had to go. And the wise words of Saifa Belnades is that, you see, God hates me. That's the theme for the entire weekend. I will totally make a story. It's probably going to be a couple-part story time, because that's how bad this weekend was for me. That's how bad. It was super bad. Super freaking bad. If you guys want me to make a story time on that, I've been wanting to talk about that since it happened. Like, everything about that was horrible. Nothing about that weekend was good, by the way. Actually, there was one good thing. There's one good thing. I don't know if I want to talk about it right now. There's one thing. God gave me a little kiss on my forehead the day we were leaving. And that's it. That's all I got. And I was in pain also. Sorry. No. You don't have to talk. I'm going to blabber mouth the entire time. If you want to talk, feel free. I would love it and appreciate it, because I'm going to ramble unless you tell me to stop. So if I get annoying, you tell me. You tell me if I'm annoying, because I don't take social cues. And that's why we're here. But yeah, AX 2019, worst con experience I've ever had. Everything that went wrong could go wrong. I love your shirt, Keith is bae. No. I love Voltron. Voltron, I'm so sad how the reboot ended, but it still holds a place in my heart. Like, the first 3 seasons, we can forget all the rest about Voltron, like the complete rest of it. Absolutely horrible. We can forget it. At least the first 3 seasons, chef's kiss. That's all we need. That's all we need. They can take the other 5 seasons off of Netflix, including seasons 7 and 8. Absolute garbage. And that's not on the creator's fault. It's the fandom's fault. We'll get into that later, though. I was eating cheeseburgers with my friends and family. Well, of course it's Turkey Day, so. Oh, oops. Now let me close the stream. But yeah, that actually sounds good right now. But also, if you see me like taking deep breaths, I can't breathe. I don't have corona, I promise. I just talk so fast, I can't breathe. It's a good personality trait. Did you spend time with the fam? Yeah, I did. We went out and ate. Not like out to like a restaurant, but like went to a family friend's house, ate for like a very little bit, and then everybody else went camping. So, and I despise camping. So, do you have any tips for female cosplays and trying to make Himiko makeup better? Yes. Okay, so I plan on one day doing a makeup stream, so then I could give tips, but also I wanted to do a whole video on how I make my makeup more feminine, because even though I'd like to crossplay sometime, because if like when I get out of the shower, my bangs and hair isn't done, I look like a little boy. So I feel like I could get to like maybe a man, maybe. But I have a very androgynous face when I have no makeup on and my hair isn't done and I haven't showered in 3 days. So, but feminizing stuff, I can totally do that for you. What do you have in mind? Because I could give you a whole bunch of tips, but I need like a category first. Like it's for foundation, eye makeup, eyeshadow, eyeliner, blush. Like, I'm totally free with getting questions like this, because I love answering questions like this. But eye makeup. Okay, so let me grab my eyeliner that I can show you. I'm not gonna put it on my face, but just to be able to show you what we're working with. Okay, so Pipey, she's all sleeping, my little goober. Okay, so the eyeliner I've been using recently, I have, out of eyeliners, let me pull out my eyeliner drawer. I've got a lot. And a lot of it's like, I think it's felt tip. I think that's what it's called. But the one I've been using the most recently, and this one's an older one. Miss seeing your beautiful face. Text me. I will. Love you. Bye. Sorry, that's my IRL friend. Also, she's the one who got me into anime, so you can all thank her for that this exists. Yeah, I've been collecting, I call it collecting makeup, but what that really means is that I've been hoarding so much makeup and never throw it away because it's like either I barely touched it, it's unused, or it still has life left, even though it's probably expired. It's okay, me hoarding makeup is the better word. Yeah. I know a lot of my makeup is probably expired, but if it ain't broke, don't fix it. My skin isn't breaking out. But, okay, so the eyeliner I've been using right now is this, oh god, I don't even know what it's called. It's this one from e.l.f. e.l.f., honestly, as a brand for cosplay makeup or for people buying on a budget, e.l.f. is incredible. Like, even when I have money, drugstore is still the way to go. Like, I was just on another girl's stream, and she's like, yeah, I have this really good eyeliner, and it's super cheap for makeup. And she's like, it was $20. I'm like, $20? Ma'am, my favorite eyeliner this is $3. I'm quite positive this is $3. Message retracted. I didn't get to read that message, so I'm sorry. Gosh, they keep scaring me. So, this e.l.f. eyeliner, in black. I don't know if they have any other colors in this, but it's got like a bell-bottom shape, and it has a super, I've never thought I'd be doing this before, Cocoa Melon is almost, oh, that's what it says? Kids really bring in YouTube money. Like, they really do nowadays. But it's super skinny and nicely pointed. I've had a couple of these. The only reason I've had to rebuy it was because the other one was so old that it was running out. So, and I still have it. I've got the Betty Boop. I love Betty Boop. I'm sorry, that's such a tangent, but I grew up, my grandma introduced me at a very young age to like her generational cartoons, and so I'm obsessed with older cartoons, even though there's very racist depictions and things that like shouldn't be said. There's a lot of things that they shouldn't have done back in those cartoons, but I like them for that. React to requested videos. I would love to do that sometime. I just found one of my old laptops, and I'm pretty sure it's a gaming laptop. Don't know why I bought it years ago. I bought these laptops years ago, used them for Roblox, and then they broke, and then I lost the charges for it, and then I moved to like 8 times, and then I haven't touched them, so I would love to do that. I'm probably gonna do that one day on Instagram once more people start joining the stream. If I get like a good, maybe 10 people joining the stream, I will everybody, my Instagram stuff is already down below in the description, but one day I will go and ask me hey, send me your favorite meme videos, or just send me videos you want me to see, and I'll look at them. Okay, going back to eyeliner, this stuff is amazing. What I like to use the most, what really got me started for, if you need the basics for eyeliner, I'm not on sweet potato pie. That is the best. That is the one thing I look forward to every year. Sweet potato pie, golden. People who say they hate it, I don't know if I could trust you. How can you dislike it? It is so good. Brands of sweet potato pie that you don't like, understandable. Because some of them taste like just straight molasses. And that's disgusting. But some of them are just bomb. The ones with pecans in it. Pecans. Some with nuts in it. Or have a little crunch to it. So good. I know, homemade ones also super good. My grandma makes the best. I know, I wish I could have gone with her this year, but COVID. I'm trying to make sure my dog is okay. Because one's in here and the other one just kind of walks away. Eyeliner. So what I have for more feminine eyeliner is what, sometimes what I usually do, sorry, my bangs are right here. So what I've usually done was, when I'm trying to get a certain angle, like a cat eye, which is what I usually do for female cosplays. All I do is female cosplays, so so I'm just gonna do this here. I'm not gonna put it on my face, but if you need help trying to get your wings to match, mine never match ever. So I'm the worst person to ask, but some to get it to map out. to map out where you're going to put it, I always go to like the edge of my eye, angle my pen up, and then I use my eyebrow as a guide. Like I will usually angle it towards up and then pointing to the end of my eyebrow, and then I'll draw a line from there, whether how long you want it. Like sometimes for like a chiller day, I'll go like right there, and some days I'll go like right here. But yeah, and then eyeliner is just super hard, but that's like one of my biggest tips is to map it out like that, and then experiment what different angles, what looks different angles will give you. Like if you go down lower, just straight across, you can get more like just a single like this kind of look. And then if you trace your entire eye instead of making a cat eye, you could probably get, and then angle it up just a little bit at the end, you could probably get like a really like sweet look and more like a more gentle looking. But if your character has more edge, try to go with a more cat eye, which is like going across here instead of following your eye shape. Instead of going like this, it's more like going like that, like making a little triangle. And something that actually helps a lot for beginners, what I used, because I was terrified of using eyeliner because I thought it would mess it up, as a perfectionist does. But there's these, you can get on Amazon, but if you are on a super budget and you want them cheaper, AliExpress. They're eyeliner stamps. This one I bought maybe 2 years ago. In like a few months, it's going to be 3 years. And this stuff still works. It's great. And so this one's by Miss Rose. It's a popular brand on AliExpress. I got this for like $2. And so one end is the felt tip, which is also super nice. Super nice. It's like super sharp. There's like this little bit of like fuzz at the end of it, but whenever I need to get like in my inner corner or to get like a super sharp edge, like most of the time, because I will fail at eyeliner and then will make it really nubby instead of sharp. If you go in with like a eyeliner like this and you just go in and then just do a little boop, it'll get your thing sharp. It's great. Also for eyeliner, instead of going like this, because most of the time you'll have a thicker end at the bottom and then your shorter end at the top. And so if you're using at like this to go up, it's you're just gonna get the fatter part of the edge and it's not gonna be sharp. And so there's that part, and then the best part for if you're learning how to do eyeliner, this will save you. And then there's the stamp, and it's actually a super nice size. Like it's nothing too crazy. You can experiment with how your looks and everything. Like if you angle it this way or this way or this way, and then you just fill in the rest with the little thingy down here. Literally $2 off of AliExpress. Yes, shipping takes like maybe 3 weeks. The longest maybe a month. Sometimes you may not get it, but also you could like get a refund with that stuff. I've never had a super bad experience with AliExpress, especially because sellers on there most of the time will they ask you to like talk to them before you open a dispute about a product you either didn't get or something you didn't like. But yeah. Do you prefer liquid or pencil liner? To start out, pencil is great. I use pencil liner every time I'm doing eye makeup, most of the time. I started out with using pencil. There's a few in here actually that I might be able to find. Oh, I don't know. I think I actually may have cleaned them out. But yeah, pencils, great. Another good one is the kohl ones. My pencil is smonger at the end. That is really good for if you want to get like under here, or if you do want to make like a more smoky eye and to smudge it out, which is also super cool. I don't do it too often, but yeah, but like kohl liners and pencil, I'll just grab some examples here. I have these super fine pencils. All right, I will I will check the stream from last week to see your link, and I'll let you know. I'll save that for the reaction stream whenever that happens. I'll probably do that after my next video. I'm going to be trying to upload. I wanted to upload like 2 weeks ago because I have a video already ready, but it's not completely done. I might have to re-record the audio. And this week, for the next 2 weeks, I have a super important college final to do, so sometime in December. I know it's taking me so long to upload, but college sucks. And I know I should encourage education, but college really does suck. School sucks. If you're not into school, school sucks. But, okay, this is a bad example because it needs to be sharpened, but here is one of the pencils. One of my best techniques, actually, this is for any cosplayer. I see this all the time that cosplayers don't do this or avoid doing this technique because it's really strange. Eyeliner is already difficult enough, but honestly, I was doing this way before I did liquid liner, and it is the best. So it's getting either a kohl, or I call it a kohl liner, but they call it they'll spell it Cal or something with a K, and it's like a crayon. It's just like a crayon. Yeah, and these are super nice too if you want to just practice. And you can get these super cheap. If you live in the US, most time during Christmas, Walmart and Target will release the Color Workshop brand. The Color Workshop brand for Christmas sets. Every set I've gotten from them, I get it from my aunt every year and stuff from my mom every year just because it's affordable. Their products aren't high quality because they're honestly super cheap, but they are the best. They come in huge sets. There was rainbow metallic liners that came with these. There was 5 in a pack in these, and I use these all the time. They're great. They're great for also just practice makeup. Not kids makeup, but stuff that still works. I use the Color Workshop on my face all the time. It's amazing how much time you take to upload and help your viewers. I want to share with people stuff that I wish I knew when I was starting to learn cosplay makeup and start with cosplay, because I thought I put 2 and 2 together, I'd look amazing. I'd look beautiful. Also, I was younger, but I'm still trying to learn how to make myself look in cosplay and how to work with makeup. Working with makeup is probably one of the most difficult things you could do now for cosplay, because now you could easily buy costumes. I'm looking right here because my closet is open and that's where all my cosplays are right here. But you could easily buy a costume and a wig now, and it's not as difficult as it was years ago. But makeup right now, it's super difficult because I started learning with you know me so much, I started cosplay because I only started 4 months ago. Oh, you're just a baby. You're just a little baby. I wish people would teach me the stuff I know now back when I started cosplaying. I started cosplaying, oh dear God. Starting to really get into cosplay was probably about 7th grade. And I would do really crappy, at home, not knowing how to sew cosplays, just for fun, but they never look good, nor did they look, not to be accurate is the thing you should aim for every time, because you have creative license and you can do whatever you want. But they didn't look good. They didn't look good. And also the makeup techniques I learned back then were super bad. And you have 2 costumes, 5 weeks. That's pretty good for 4 months. Most of the time I go months without buying stuff, and I usually buy costumes for cosplay season, con season, but it's been a year without cons. So I bought a few costumes with my graduation money, but when your friend smashes your Lego sets, he smashes vital organs. Dude, Legos are so difficult to build. I remember I got a set pretty late, not as a child. I never had Legos, and then I finally got a set to build something in 6th grade, and it was hard. It was hard. I know I'm not very smart, but come on. Okay, yeah, going back to eyeliner. So, best technique you could do that is super hard to get used to, but it'll help your makeup. I see so many cosplayers that I look up to who don't use this makeup technique. Not you have to do makeup my way or it's bad, but it really helps tie your makeup in together, especially if you have lighter eyelashes, if you don't have much melanin in your lashes, or if the ends of them are light, or even if you have darker lashes. Sometimes when you do makeup and foundation, you can get them covered in the powder and the makeup, and they'll be lighter. Not saying that you easily fix that with mascara, but it'll be lighter. And so when you do your eyeliner, you will have gaps where you could see your light skin underneath, if you have light skin. If you have darker skin, I don't know if it'll be too much of an issue, but like still suggest it. But you will have gaps in between here, especially if your lash line isn't too thick. I still get it. You can't really see from here, but like you will have gaps in here too. It helps not to go with your eye shape. You can do your eye shape if you're doing like certain characters. Like if you're doing characters with more of a doll-like look or appearance, or they have like more of a, like, take Elizabeth from Seven Deadly Sins, for example, her face where she's like downturned eyebrows, any character with like a constant like face of worry or super shyness. Most of the time they'll have they won't have a cat eye, I suggest, for what I personally do. If it's for like Elizabeth from Seven Deadly Sins, I would just follow your eye shape and then maybe do like a smaller wing instead of doing just a full cat eye, but like cover this, follow your eye shape, and instead of just going completely straight with how you usually would with a cat eye, just follow your eye shape of your lid and then just wing it out just a little bit. So downturn this, and so you'll have a more rounder appearance, more softer. But something that I learned with makeup and with drawing is shapes-wise, for characters, you can tell more about a character by its shape. Like, let's take Bakugo from BNHA. You could tell he's like that super rough, brooding character because of his hair. Because his hair, one thing that shows is that super spiky, super like that, instead of being round and soft. Like, and then we have Uraraka, whose hair is super smooth and rounded. The more rounded the character is, the more soft they look, and the more soft they are. But if they're more sharp, the more like edge they have to them. And so it really brings out, like, if it was to be Urza from Fairy Tail, I would do a cat eye. And then if it's for Lucy, you could do either or, but I'd probably just do like a smaller wing. Take your, spiky hair. Yeah, soft bean. And it's not really also for like personality, but like he's also like super like, we're gonna go and do this, we're gonna do this. Like more of a pusher. More of a like pusher, I don't know. It's just stuff like how the character looks from the outside is that like he's all supposed to be like rock boy. And so he's got super spiky edges and sharp teeth because he's like he's ready for battle. He's a tough boy. And so, oh, the TV's on, is like there are people in my house. But yeah, so stuff like that helps when you're deciding for a character eyeliner. It's not too big of a deal, but that's just stuff I kind of think about or like put into consideration when doing character eyeliner, because sometimes you'll be doing a super soft character and you give them a cat eye and you're like, wow, they look more fierce than usual. Not like characters can't be, because characters are dynamic and most of the time not static, especially when it comes to anime, but stuff like that helps. But the tip that I have is it's called tight lining. A lot of people have been doing this for a long time, but I don't see a lot of cosplayers talk about doing this. And I could not live without doing this. There's a lot of benefits to this. Besides closing the gap of skin between not only just your lashes, if you apply falsies, I'm still learning how to put on falsies, so I don't really use them. But between your falsies, your eyeliner, and then comparing your natural lashes with your liner, like merging them together, keeping them all symmetrical and looking nice, is what some people do, is like lift their eyelid. I don't know if I want to do this because I already tight lined today and I just washed off my makeup, but what I usually do is you go in, and then most of the time if you're looking with a mirror, you go down, you basically get a soft liner. What I used today was a pencil, but I really suggest a softer eyeliner such as a kohl or crayon, whatever they call it. Most of the time it's with a K. Like this one's called Kajal liner, but it's just supposed to be kohl liner, is what it usually goes by. And so you go in and you you can look up tutorials for it, but you basically go on your inner lash line where the flesh tone is, where you can see that. I know it sounds absolutely crazy, but you go in and then you tightline. A lot of people will lift their eyelash for it. I can't do that. That's why I'm also not wearing contacts. Yeah, I don't wear contacts just yet. So don't be, I know a lot of people are pressured to put on contacts, but it is super difficult for me to put in contacts. I am learning, but super difficult, so I've never worn contacts before. So, best thing to do is, what I do is look at a mirror. I could actually grab the one I use right now. Let us see. Okay, so what I usually do is get a mirror. This was like $8 from Target, and I brought this with every convention with me. I use this for my makeup every day. If you need like a decent mirror that's not just like a full standing mirror, and something you can actually see what your makeup is looking like, one of these. It has, sorry that it's so dirty. They have like a super magnetic side and then a lesser magnetic, magnetized. Like this one's the super version to where I can see every pore on my face. And then this side I can see my entire face, but it's still just my face. Unlike with this, I could see everything. Most time I do this, and I'll go in and I'll just hold it, and then I'll lift, and then I will rub underneath. After a while, you start learning and getting used to it. It's still, there'll be times I'll be doing it, and then I'm like, it'll be disorienting sometimes, but it'll look so cohesive. And also, if you don't have very thick lashes, it also helps look the appearance of thicker lashes. Do you glue down your eyebrows? So I call it my cosplay journey. Every year I try learning something new. And this year, what I'm trying to learn that I'm struggling with right now is lashes, eyeliner techniques. My phone's at like 20%, so I gotta plug it in the charger. But that's one thing I was gonna try this year is going down my eyebrows, because every time I've tried, I've had a horrible time with it, and it never works out for me. Tried it again recently. I don't know what's up. I use the glue that everybody uses me to do. I use the powder everybody tells me to do. It just doesn't work out for me. It really doesn't. My eyebrows aren't that thick, but they're not too sparse either. So, what I've learned to do, if let's say you have a difficult time as well, being able to glue down your brows properly, I've tried it for years. Oh, no, you didn't insult me. That's fine. But yeah, gluing down is super difficult, but if you have thinner brow hairs like me, even though mine are kind of dark, what I suggest is using a lot of concealer and color corrector to cover it up. A concealer that is cheap and has a lot of good coverage is the e.l.f. 16-Hour Camo Concealer. That works super well too. And banana setting powder. I use the Elmer's glue stick, and then I have the Coty Airspun powder. It's so difficult. Like, I can't get it to where my eyebrows look fine. And then, but every time I do it, the glue bunches up, and I try to clean it up as much as I can with like a wipe or something. Gluing down my eyebrows never works. So most of the time I will try to cover the area and hide my brow color in the shadow of my eyebrows as much as possible, and then I will go over with a eyeshadow or pencil, whatever, and I will draw over it. And then most of the time, if you are just like, I can hide my tails pretty well, but sometimes if you have more of a character that's softer and has, the upturned eyebrows, like the more softer look, what I suggest, what I usually do is I just get it and I just make like a little ramp. Make it like a little ramp on your brows, and that's it. I would just, cosplay is just practice, and I had to practice still doing my brows. Once I learn a method that actually works for me, I will definitely post about it, because I've tried for like 3 years trying to glue down my eyebrows, and it doesn't work. It's never worked for me. Literally every method I've tried hasn't worked. So I just try to cover it up for. Oh, also you should blame from for dyes. Thank you. You actually reminded me of that. So I know a lot of people were also talking to me I can go right here. I was going to clean my room on the stream, but also I actually have people interacting with me this time, so I'm just gonna, we're gonna chuck everything off of here, and we can plug in my phone, and then we can talk and chat. And I know someone was just in chat talking to me, and then, I didn't see what they were saying. Okay, we can keep it perched up. Okay, sorry, guys. There we go. I just want to leave it like, that's fine. Let's see what people, oh, and I'm glad I got to sit down too because my back is killing me. I have scoliosis and my back hurts. So, let's see. I'm sorry, I talk too fast and then I can't breathe. So, Toga's eyes are big, so I might go with a cat eye. Yeah. For her sharper dynamic character, I would suggest doing the cat eye. Let's see. Someone even Peach Biden says, I hope I didn't insult you. I live in Michigan. Cool. Like, I don't really know what to say. I didn't vote for president because I really don't like either candidate, so. I was always told to do very thin layers, do at least 5. That's what I think that's what I got wrong last time, is that I need to do more thinner layers because I used to go ham with it. I tried following Trixie Mattel's thing, and also she's a drag queen, so like, I don't know. We're gonna keep trying. We're gonna keep trying for sure. Let me see what other comments have been saying. I'm gonna react to the video in another stream, so don't worry about that. I'm a white male. I'm a white female. Also, it's like it's like 11:40 p.m. and I'm getting into cosplay. That's cosplayers, that's just what we do. I can't attest to this because I'm an old lady and I like to go to bed I'm either up all night or I'm going to bed early. And so let me turn that down. There we go. There we go. God, that door looks so ominous. I'm so sorry. But what was I just saying? Oh yeah, staying up. So I'm either up super freaking late or I go to bed really early. And because most of the time I'm super tired by 10 o'clock. Like right now I'm very tired. But I need to clean, and also, it's more difficult when I'm talking to other people. But yeah, so if you need any more cosplay tips, let me know. And also, you're doing Himiko. I actually have I need to buy her costume and then also work on her wig. But I have an Ibuki cosplay that I need to work on. I asked for it for Christmas last year and I got it. And the wig is super nice. It's definitely way too long. Of course, she has long hair, of course, but it's gonna get tangled super easily, so I gotta work with it while I can. So yeah, honestly, I really should have put on some lo-fi, but I didn't expect the fact that I was gonna be live for very long. But I'm gonna be chilling for as long. Maybe I should also, I'm like, no, I'll just do skincare later. It's whatever. So yeah, if you need any more cosplay tips, let me know. I've been wanting to do a cosplay makeup tip, but you'll be the first one to know my secrets. That's what I really want these streams to be for, is like not be able to be like secret information or like I'm keeping stuff away from other subscribers, but like I want people who join the streams to like get something out of it and not just hear me ramble and talk all the time. So I have a wig and it is so tangled, I'm gonna cut it short. That's what I always do. If it is too tangled, cut that baby short. Just do it. I know right now I have a lot of my cosplays right now. I have a lot of cosplays, but a lot of them need to be worked on, or I don't have the costume for it at all. And then sometimes I do have the costume, but it needs to be fixed in some way, shape, or form. Like I have earlier this year, I bought and then styled my Mina Ashido wig, which I was so proud of that I actually thought of selling them. Like if someone wanted another Amino wig styled in the same way as mine, I was gonna just start selling them. Not for much, I'd probably just cover the cost of the basic wig. And then, yeah, because the wig I got was like 15 bucks. And it's up in my closet right now, but I'm super lazy. Don't want to go and get it. So, yeah. So, but I need to restyle it because I guess I didn't put that much hairspray in it, and I really didn't. And it's starting to fall flat also because like it's been worn by a couple people. So, it needs to be revamped just a little bit, but the cut and style is pretty much how I like to be, and I might want to like change the shape just a little bit, but it is teased so much that it'll hold any shape I give to it. At least it'll just hold it for the most part. Oh my god, my lashes. But yeah. So, I know that's super cool. And then I got it like 3 years ago when I got one of the B&HA blue uniform suits from Spirit Halloween, and it was in an adult medium. And I'm a bigger girl. And so I thought, that'll fit. It might be a little too small. This thing is huge. Huge. Like, I'm not saying like it's meant for like fat people, but it's ginormous. It's for like a grown man, like a giant man. Like it is absolutely ginormous. It's like a 6'7" man. It is absolutely ginormous. And yeah, even with the fact that like I've gained weight over the last time I tried it on, like a lot of weight, it is still way too big, and it needs to be tailored severely. And so, once con season starts rolling around, I'm gonna just pay my best friend for every costume that I need tailored stuff, because she's the only seamstress I know, and she's the only one I know who will do it at a nice price. Honestly, she'd probably do it for free, but like I don't want to be like, hey, thanks for fixing like 6 of my costumes. Thanks for sewing every costume I own. You want to do it for free? Like, nah, I gotta give her some. But, yeah, I have that, and then a big costume, like, besides my future Giorno cosplay, which I'm gonna put a lot of effort into, it is gonna be the most beautiful thing I will ever put on my body, and it's also probably be the most expensive costume I've ever made, especially because I usually keep mine around $60, and I usually don't like to go up that much, but this one's probably gonna be maybe like $150. I want this costume to look amazing. Because it's JoJo. You gotta be extra for JoJo. What time is it for you? It is 9:46 p.m. West Coast represent. West Side. Is that what that means? I don't know. But the other costume that still needs to be sewn, bought all the fabric for what I was gonna debut at AX 2020, but stuff happened. Was a Sailor Scout Mina Ashido. So I was combining the Sailor Scout costumes from Sailor Moon into Mina Ashido's with the pattern of her hero uniform, like the splattered look in her like suit. I love her. She is, don't know if I kin her, but like she's my favorite character. She's my favorite student. Love her so much. She's adorable. But yeah, it was supposed to be it's gonna be the super cool looking. I got the pattern for it. I've been wanting to do this costume for maybe about 5 years. Like, it is that. And before I make it, I'm gonna start, before I have my friend make it for me whenever she has the time to do so, I'd really like a hype train for it, not to be like, hype me up, but I want other B&HA cosplayers to do the same thing. Like, I would love to do a meetup at Anime Expo in 2021 for like a B&HA thing, and it's like other students or teachers in Sailor Scout uniforms. It'd be great if I could just find a Denki. If I could find a Denki in like a sailor uniform, that'd be it. That's my boy. That's my favorite like male character out of the whole cast. Love him to death. Love him so much. Literally just got a Pikachu in Pokemon Sword. I think, yeah, I have Sword. And I was like, yes! I named it Denki. I love Denki. Also, there's this one cosplayer. Oh, I forgot her name. But she has a Denki cosplay. She, like, put a bunch of gold glitter in the wig. Sounds super tacky. Honestly, I don't know how I was living before without glittered Denki Kaminari. Like, That's all I needed. And she lives in like England, and I'm like, gosh dang it, if I could just meet you in person and see that beautiful, shiny, spectacular glitter wig. Also because I'm a huge fan of glitter. Literally is one of the worst craft products you could use, but God, is it so nice. I love glitter. Anything that shines, I'm like a bird. I'm like a raven. I'm like Edith the owl lady from Owl House. I'm just, anything that shines, I'm like, give it to me. But yeah, so what it was going to be is like, the top was going to be white still, but how the capes are different colors, like Sailor Venus's, hers are orange, and then the skirt is also orange. Instead of that, it was going to be, oh, what was the base color about for that? It was going to be, oh gosh, dang it. I completely forgot. I think it was like that teal color, the dark teal that she has on her suit. It was going to be that for the collar and the little cape or whatever you want to call it. And then same thing for the skirt. And then it was going to be paint splattered in it. I'll share the design sometime. I have it on my phone and iPad. Actually, it's on my iPad, not my phone. I'm pretty sure I've uploaded it somewhere. But yeah, I would love to do a whole hero thing of all these other BNHA cosplayers doing the exact same thing. I think that's the coolest thing ever. And also because adults and kids alike like BNHA, and so it's enjoyable for everybody. I know for Mina, I have her suit is just needs to be made, and then I also, yeah, teal, yeah, so it would be the teal color. The bow was going to be that maroon color that's on her splatters, and then it would be same for the top of the cuffs of her gloves was going to be that maroon color. And then the gloves are going to be white, and then the suit's going to be white. That's still in the works. I bought the fabric for it. I bought like $40 for the fabric, and God, it's like a $30 pattern. It's a $30 costly pattern, and so there's a lot running into this. And before quarantine, I actually bought her boots for it. I actually bought all of her all the stuff for her back right when quarantine happened, and I worked on her wig during the first like few days of quarantine because I was like, oh, it'll be over in like a month or two. And now we're in November. That was in March. Yeah. But I already bought her boots on sale. I actually posted that on my cosplay account, which is in there on my Instagram. I'm not active on it much. Once I start going back into cons and working on cosplays, I definitely will. I know I need to go back on TikTok and actually get myself back on the algorithm again, because I didn't know how long it was. I hadn't cosplayed in 5 months. That's a lot. But yeah, so I bought her boots, and they're these, oh, I haven't packed up. Too bad I can't grab them. These perfect, they were the perfect shade of maroon boots. They look just like her boots too, from Rue 21 for only $10. $10. And they were the last one, and they were in my size. You can't tell me God didn't want me to have those boots, because God wanted me to have those boots. You can't tell me he didn't, because he did. And then I also bought colored tights or spandex, if you will. I saw someone do a tutorial for like the arm hands thingy. Instead of just painting yourself, you do the tight method. And I was like, wow, that actually looks super simple, which it is. But the tights that they used were the perfect shade that I was looking for. But also they were from We Love Colors, and they were... Hello? Hi. Welcome. How you doing, baby? My other dog's in here. What are you doing stalking around for, huh? Huh? I know. You're tired. I know, it's past your bedtime. I'm sorry. But yeah, so they're like $60 for a single pair. And you need one for your legs and your torso. That's $120 on 2 pairs of tights. I will never pay that much money. For a costume, maybe. Just for the tights of the costume? You're out of your mind. The only time I would spend that much money is for those tights that don't break at all. They are unbreakable. And they are completely, they're completely opaque. Like, I would get a pair of those for $60. Because that is worth it, and that's an investment. The We Love Colors tights... don't need them, not gonna buy them. So I got a cheaper pair. I can't remember. Once I actually finish that, finish her costume, I'll be making a whole video about what I spent on it and my entire process on it. It wasn't much because I didn't have much money at the time. I never have much money. So that's how you know everything's on a budget. And so I got 2 of those, and I got a sewing machine for my birthday this year, which was in May, and I was like, great, I can start sewing. Literally broke it. It is broken. I wanted to start sewing up my own projects and just doing little stuff. I can hand sew. I can hand sew just fine. The costume I made for AX 2019 was completely hand sewn. And, yeah, so I can hand sew, but literally, how did you break it? I don't know. I was sewing something, and it's either my thread is cheap or something is wrong with my tension. But it's brand new, so I don't know how it broke already, but I need to go take it into a shop and see what's wrong with it. I had my grandfather come over. My grandfather and my grandmother, they both know how to sew completely. My grandma was taught to, like, do everything, and he was taught to know everything. And basically, with all their children, they were like, well, no matter if it's a boy or a girl, we want them to be able to rely on themselves and not need to rely on a partner or a spouse. And so they taught their boys how to sew, how to cook and clean, and all that feminine stuff that women are meant to learn and just know how to do. And so my dad is also the one who taught me how to sew. And since my grandpa, who's also really good with machines and also sewing, so he's like a magical wizard, he was trying to help me fix it like 2 weeks ago. And we literally worked on it for an hour and nothing was working. Yes, you have a question, my child? Yes, go away. I feel like I'm the genie. I feel like cosplay genie, I got a question. It's like, hi, it's me. I don't know much, but I know some knowledge. But yeah, so I need to go take it in, and it sucks because it's a brand new machine. And it has like a 15-year warranty, so it can't be that big of a fix. Like an issue to fix, but still, I wanted to be able to sew my own stuff, and I can't sew anything. It's nice. But yeah, so I have to still sew her arm thingies. Her pants, don't have to touch anything with it, but should you go alone or have a group? What would happen if you guys were separated, or if creep is following you, and how to get them to stop following you? These are good questions. They're super good questions. So every time I've ever been to a convention, I have been with friends. I've been with friends or with a friend's mom. Every year I've went, me and my friends were trusted enough to be able to handle ourselves alone. Takes a lot of trust for that to happen. And I've always been just fine at a con. Like, I've never had really anything bad happen to me. Like, I've like maybe 1 or 2 like weird, awkward stories, but that's pretty much it. You always want to go with somebody, all the time. And I've been underage at every con that I've went to recently. Like, this is why I was so excited for AX 2020, because I was like, I'm 18, going the older people lounge, cool. Didn't get to do that, but I've been underage every year I've went, and so it's always best to have a friend with you. Oh, it's just a car, sorry. I'm like a dog, I'm like, squirrel. Always best to go with a friend group. I've always been with my best friend, and if you don't, I know a lot of people are like, well, I don't have anybody near me. Try to see if you can go, like, on the hashtags for that con or something, if you don't have anybody to go with, or like if you're like my mom and your mom doesn't, your parent or guardian, whatever, doesn't like to go with you and just wants to just drop you off for the time, meet up with somebody there if you can. Like, I've always had an IRL friend to go with me, or like have an older sibling take you. I don't know, like, honestly, if I were at a con, I'd probably have like I don't know. I feel like I wish I could do like not a babysitting service, but like have like the younger kids come with me, so then I know that they'll be safe with me. I'll probably end up doing that in the future. If like I have like minors who are coming to cons and they're not having a parent with them, I'd probably end up like being like, hey, you could stay with me for like the time being or something. I don't know. I feel like that'd be a cool thing to do. But yeah, you always want a friend to go with you, or somebody wants somebody to go with you. I've never been, like, I've gone with parents. Like, most time I've had, like, a friend's mom come with us, and she will do her own thing while we go and do whatever. What usually happens with that is that you will, whether you are with a friend or you and a friend go by yourself, if you are a minor, I really suggest that you stay with somebody. Cons are, most of the time, you are pretty safe in a con, especially at Anime Expo, where it is not only just huge, which is scary enough, but they have safety spots every couple 100 feet to where you can go in there, or you can find like a service member and be like, I'm uncomfortable, or this person is following me, or I don't feel safe, or I'm lost, and you can stay with them and they will help you. There is tons of like pop-up stands all around Anime Expo, and I'm just talking about Anime Expo because this is the only con I've really been to that is quite as big, and I gain a lot of experience from going there every year. But always want to go with somebody, and if you don't, try to find somebody. If you're going with a parent and your parent wants to do something else, just to sit or do something, have check-in times. Like every hour, text your parent and be like, hey, I am here. I'm okay. We're doing this and this. Next, we're going over here. Like, tell your guardian or friend if you are by yourself, if you guys went to go, like someone to go to the artist alley and you went to the dealer's hall. Just keep each other updated. One big thing that I always have to say, as I said this in my video, was that if you have an iPhone, leave your guardian or your friend your Find My Phone information, so then if they cannot find you, or the service is always super bad in conventions. So please do this because it is easy. Give each other your Find My Phone information, and then you guys will be able to find each other without having to need to text each other, and you can tell you where your phone is at, or last time you were on your phone. Yeah, there's that. Yeah, so I've been every year with just a friend. We've had a parent there every year because my friends' parents are like pretty like into the stuff we are, so they'll go and do their own thing, and we've been trusted enough to know what we're doing. And we've been really only been to AX every year, and it's pretty freaking safe. I've never had an issue there. Let me see what else your question said, so I know I'm not missing anything. What would happen if you were to be separated by your group? Try to find one of the pop-up stands. They're in every convention. Whether it's a smaller convention, there's usually like a front desk you can go and talk to. If you're at a hotel, you could probably do the same thing. If you are lost, find a front desk or a pop-up stand. If there's no front desk, try the pop-up stand, or there's usually like a merch store. There's a lot of places in AX that I'm just speaking from experience that you can totally find and be like, hey, I'm lost, or stand with a security guard who can help you with stuff. Jeff, definitely try to find security, and if a creep is following you, find security. And if you can't do that, go up to literally any cosplayer, any cosplayer, any group, preferably a group of people, and be like, hey, sorry I'm late, guys, and then run up to them, and if you can, like, whisper in their ear, like, hey, this guy is following me, or whatever, or this guy's making me uncomfortable, can you please do something about it? And if you can't find any cosplayers, or you're too afraid to, like, stand up and say that, find security. Find one of the safety spots at the convention, or the front desk, or something. Just something. You could even probably find, okay, probably not someone at a booth. I was going to suggest a booth, but especially if you're at a more hectic con, I don't know. That's another idea you could try. But if your con is more hectic, try to find a table with not a lot of people and be like, hey, I really need help. I can't find security or anybody to help me through this. I lost my friend and this guy's following me. Can you, like, help me? I'm sure they'll do something. They'll probably end up calling security for you and just keeping an eye on you. I've had only good experiences at cons. The only time I've had a bad experience, it was just a really awkward one. It was at WonderCon, and I was probably around 13. This one guy asked for my photo, and I wasn't in a cosplay per se. I was in a very old Halloween costume that didn't fit me in a Halloween wig with weird makeup on, because I didn't know really how to cosplay yet, and I didn't have any cosplays. But my friend introduced me to WonderCon, and so I went with her. Her mom stepped away for a second, and so did her brother, and then this guy came up to me asking for a picture, and he didn't speak very good English, and I was like, okay, cool, whatever. And I took the picture and he went like this, like super close up to my face. Oh, I still got makeup on my face. And took like, he stood there for a bit, like I guess took pictures and walked away. And I was like, oh, whatever, that was kind of weird, but whatever. And then I turn around a little bit after walking some ways away from him and I look. It's a super beautiful, like super, like some sort of like Marvel character, superhero cosplayer lady. She's gorgeous. She's a beaut. She had to have been famous. I still don't know. I can't find her face anywhere, but she had to have been famous. This woman was literally gorgeous. And I see this man doing the exact same thing to her, but this time I can see his phone. He zoomed in up on her nose. On her nose, like this. The picture looked like this. Just the nose. And then I've been baffled ever since. Like, I didn't know nose fetishes were a thing, if he's trying to see what kind of blackheads I had. Because I didn't know what skincare was at the age of 13. Like, I don't know. I didn't know a nose fetish was a thing, or that people like noses, but this man took a picture of my nose. Yeah. And then the only other time that it wasn't me, but this was last year at AX. My best friend, who has a larger chest. She's a well-endowed girl, and you know, some women just have big boobs. That happens. All bodies are different. They're not shown a lot in the media, but there are women with huge boobs naturally. It just happens. It just happens, and then they're out. And they're boobs, right? I really should animate the story time, but she is wearing a corset, and so it gives her lift, and I didn't have much boob to begin with, and two, I had a chest deformity, so I really didn't have any boob. I didn't have any cleavage to show, basically. And so she brought her boob plushie, and we were talking with this guy at a plushie stand, and it was like the first day of AX, and we were talking with him, and I could tell he's stereotypical neckbeard, right? And she's holding her boob plushie close to her chest like this, like just holding him, right? Because I forgot to say, she's Bouette and I'm Bowsette. And so she had a boo plushie, right? Right? And then this man, oh my God. This man goes, oh, so that's why they're called boobies? Like, boo, spirit, ooh, scary, boobies. Yeah. So, God, that moment makes me want to like barf. It's so funny and gross at the same time, and so he starts to like chuckle, I guess, because me and my best friend just stop. We stopped. We stopped and we went at each other because we were just in disbelief that this man had the guts to say that to somebody. You don't say that to anybody with boobs. You don't say that. It's a pun game, good. Saying that to a woman with a large chest who you're now clearly staring at her boobs for, not so good. Also, you work at this convention. You're a convention worker, and you just happen to be talking about a cosplayer's boobs right in front of her face. You can see where it's not like, yeah, that was harassment, a form of harassment, you could say. It wasn't the, like, worst thing, because a lot of cosplayers have worse stories about people, like, actually touching them. Never been touched. But pretty freaking weird. And so I just look at her, and we're just like, haha, funny. Like whatever you can say. And the worst part about it was that, oh, God, that whole time was such a fever dream. I can't even remember most of it, but I think I said something in regards to us being minors, because that was, like, we just turned 17. Still a minor. A lot of people will, like, give me crap for being like, oh, if you're 17, you're basically an adult, and so a lot of people use that against people being like, oh, if it's an 18 and 19-year-old dating a 17-year-old, it's not that weird. I still think it's weird, but people are just like, it doesn't matter. I still think that matters. You're legally a child. You can't vote. You really shouldn't be dating a grown adult. Wait until you're done. That's all I gotta say. But yeah, so still a minor, and And we were just like, oh, cool. So yeah, and then one thing that happened to me when it wasn't at the convention, it was at the hotel we were at. Granted, we weren't at the best hotel. One thing that I can suggest, especially if you're going to a bigger con that you don't know the area of, or if you do know the area of, especially, okay, but I can talk about this from an AX standpoint. Los Angeles, can't call it ghetto, but it's very crappy. A lot of people be like, wow, LA, it's absolute garbage. Not really, it's not the people that live there, it's not taken care of. It's not taken care of. Yeah, LA is very sketchy. How it went from this beautiful, like, beach place to, like, it's nasty. I hate going to LA, but the fact that my favorite convention is in LA sucks. I hate LA. LA is so sketchy, and it is so expensive to live there. You think that they, use that money to make it look nicer? No, it is absolute garbage. Absolute garbage. I feel so bad for people who are stuck living in LA. Won't catch me living there. Absolutely not. But so I forgot. Oh, what was it? I forgot my choker or something for my Bowsette cosplay in the hotel, and so I quickly we had a friend who was living. We had a friend who was staying in a hotel room on the bottom floor, and so I went up to go get my necklace. I forgot something for my costume in there. And so I go in and grab it, and I'm Bowsette. I've got this big red ponytail. I've got fangs in. I've got this very, like, gothic dress. I've got thigh highs on. I've got spikes all over me. And I have this, like, long dress. I look like a villain from a TV show. Like one of the people who were like, wow, she could step on me. I looked like that. I wasn't dressed like a hooker, but to anyone who's not a cosplayer, I probably look like a hooker. Or a dominatrix. Something of the sort. Something like that. And it wasn't even a sexy look either. I looked very frumpy. But to other people, I probably look a frumpy hooker. And so I'm walking out of my hotel room, and I'm on the top floor. It's only a 2-story hotel. And I'm walking, and I see this guy drive by on the bottom floor. So I'm walking up here, and he's driving right here, and I see him slowly, like, instead of just going where I need to go, he just slowly, like, drives next to me. And I look at him, and we make eye contact, and I keep looking at my knee. And his window's rolled down. He looks at me, he's like, hey, where you going? Like, trying to flirt with me. I don't know. Definitely trying to flirt with me. He's a grown man. This is a grown-ass man. And I'm like, oh, I'm in a costume. I'm going to the convention. That's, like, down the street. And he's like, a what? And I was like, it's a cosplay convention. It's at the LA Center, like, trying to prove to him that I'm not a hooker. And that was fun. And I'm like, oh, God. And he's like, oh, okay. Bye. I'm like, bye. I'm like, get the heck away from me. I'm just trying to go to my convention. But yeah. So, like, if you're a minor, the best thing that you can do as a minor now that I realize it was that you need, like, a little pin that says, I'm blank, and then put your age. Like, I'm 14, I'm 15. Like, put your age on there so people who know your age, at least most of the time, aren't ballsy enough to be like, wow, I'm gonna pull a straight pedo move and just call you hot even though you're underage and I'm very much grown. Like, they really won't do that. At least I've never met someone who's ballsy enough to do that. So, that's the best thing you could do. I'm super introverted, so I might go to the cosplayers. The cosplayer one is probably the best because if any cosplayer who hears that, it's kind of like rule of thumb to, like, older cosplayers who'll be like, if you hear somebody come up to you and do that, they're not trying to be weird. Like, they're clearly in danger. If they're pretending, that's in general also. If you are being followed by somebody and you are out, go to a group of people and pretend that you know them. And then, like, bring them down lower and be like, so-and-so is following me. Like, whether you're in real life or you're at a convention, both of those tactics works. And I'm super afraid of, like, assault and don't want to be assaulted. Nobody does. And so most of the time I'm always handy with my, like, stabby keychains or my taser. You can't bring any of those into the convention because they're afraid you're going to hurt somebody. But then again, I've never had a confrontation at a convention to where it was so necessary that I felt like I had to bring protection, if that makes sense. Especially if you want to go to AX, it's pretty freaking safe. Like, of course, there's going to be somebody who says something weird to you at every convention. It's just going to happen. But it's pretty safe as of, like, people go as far as touching. Most of the time, they won't try to touch you. And then if that does happen, I'm very confrontational when it comes to men putting their hands on me. And so I'd snap at them. I'd probably go off like a monkey. I'd go like ballistic. If a man were to touch me, I'm like, let's say if they like put their hand on like my thigh or my butt for a picture, I'd grab it and be like, no, sorry. And then you walk away. And if they keep trying something, be like, sir, if you don't leave me alone, I'm going to have to talk to security. Or I will have to call security. And then you don't let them take the picture. Especially if they're, like, touching you. I know it's super hard for people to try to have to fight people. Because, like, a lot of people aren't confrontational. And neither am I. Honestly, I'd probably have a freeze response as well. But also, I cannot stand men putting their hands on me. Literally fought the first guy who did that. And that was years ago at school. And he was my friend at the time. And I literally nearly kicked his butt. I nearly sent him into outer space. He was about to be in orbit. Instead, I wrote a very mean letter and made him cry, so. But yeah, so if someone, like, goes to take a picture and they end up touching you, be like, please don't touch me and get your hand off me. Take their hand, pull it off me, like, don't touch me, sorry, no photos, and then walk away. Or have, like, grab your friend if there's two of you and then walk away. And if they're like, hey, what was that? Like, be like, sir, you touched me inappropriately. You'd be like, you touched me inappropriately. I'm not taking a photo with you. But it's going to be like, I deserve a photo because I paid a ticket and you're just a person walking around in a costume that you wanted to wear. They have no right. No one has the right to touch you like that, so. Just kick him in the face. Kick him in the face. Not that hard. Oh. I looked over and my little dog is sleeping. She's so cute. She's laying on my pajamas. Like my old pajamas. Goodness, she's so chunky. She's a little chunky girl. You kick him in the face. Me not being confrontational. Security, yes. And then it just goes, dun-dun-dun-dun-dun. It just plays that one part of, before the Reynolds pamphlet. The people won't know what we know. That's the security. The security won't. Security will be like, security comes up and be like, ma'am, sir, what's going on? And you're like, they touched me inappropriately. And I had a negative reaction to them touching me inappropriately. Also, I'm a minor, so it's illegal for them touching my leg. Who's getting kicked out of the con? Them or the pedophile? Exactly. Especially because, like, a lot of conventions I've been to, especially recently, they do, like, the cosplays not consent thing. I actually have a photo up on my cosplay Instagram where I was in Jillian from the Arcana, Femme Jillian, and they had right when you walk in the convention, there's a cosplay is not consent sign, and they have that as of recently everywhere now. Like, there's not a convention I've been to that doesn't have that nowadays, because it's such a big deal. Because people think you're in a costume and think, like, wow, free assault. No, sir, you don't have the right. Or ma'am, because, you know, Momo-kun exists, so, and I plan on moving to Arizona. And I plan on moving to Nevada. What the heck am I gonna do if I swear, if I see, I probably can't fight. I've never been in a fight, probably can't fight. But if I were to see Momo-kun at a convention, I can't say it's on site because I don't want her to bring a lawyer into this or whatever. Or if somehow I miraculously gain people's attention and I get decent following of people. I don't want people bringing this clip up and be like, hey, remember when you said you beat the shit out of Momo-kun? I'm like, oh, no, I'd probably give her a really stern talking to. Don't go. Come to Texas. Dude, I would love to come to Texas. My mom wants to move to Texas so bad. My favorite cousin lives out in Texas. Texas is super nice. I wouldn't mind moving to Texas. The only thing for moving with me is that I'm moving with my best friend, and she needs to find wherever work is at. And so, wherever I move is whatever she can go. If we want to move to Texas, we'll move to Texas. But, like, because I want to get the hell out of California. California is so garbage. Like, to anybody being like, I'm going to move to California, live the California dream. Don't move to California. Taxes are high. Everything's expensive. Everything's taxed. Sooner, you know, like the Lorax movie, and people are paying to breathe air. That's gonna be California here. It's gonna be California here in a minute. And also, my geology teacher, 2 years ago, instilled the thought within me that at any given moment, California is going to be underwater from a giant, severe earthquake we haven't had in over 100 years. And since it's so overdue, it will kill 80% of Californians, and we will sink. Yeah, my teacher literally told me that, hey, everyone you know and love is going to die. Have fun with that. It's the inevitable. And so now, I want to get out of California because I'm afraid we're all going to die. My mom tells me otherwise. But, you know, my geology teacher told me otherwise. Imagine every day, like for a full year, your teacher tells you that the place you are in right now, you're going to die within 10 years. Yeah. He was cute. He was cute. Texas is literally great. Great mall in my town. Great. Why restaurants work? Yes! I cannot tell you how hard it is to find a job. It is so difficult. It is so difficult. I've applied for so many jobs. But if you don't have experience, no one's going to hire you. But how do you get experience when no one will hire you? Yeah, I've given up on finding a job for now. When the new year starts, of course, I'm going to try again. But this it's ridiculous. I've signed up for probably not signed up for, what is it? I have applied to over 40 jobs in my area. 40 from the span of July to recently, 2 weeks ago. 40. I've either not gotten a call back, no email back, or either got an interview and never got a call or an email back. Weird, right? I can go on for hours about how I'm angry, poor, and how I wish I had money, but you know, that's not the time. But yeah. I'm like, I love I haven't been in Texas, but God, we were supposed to move there originally a few years back. God, it looks so nice. It looks so nice. The rent is cheaper out there. You can get a nice house. I'm sorry. The houses out in California, $300,000 for like nothing. For garbage. Your house could be falling apart around you and they'll be like, $400,000. California sucks. I hate it here. I really do. Really, the only thing I would ever come back for is Anime Expo. Like, if I were to move out, that's the only thing I'd ever come back for. Well, besides my family, of course. My family plans on moving, but literally, that's it. California sucks, and I want to get out as fast as I can. But I can't do that without money, and I can't get money without a job. It's fun. It's fun and dandy. It's nice. Yeah, so if you have any more questions, feel free to let me know. But yeah, for sure, I plan on going to AX someday. I know, if we are back in quarantine, like, if there's going to be no cons all of 2021, I'm going to keep saving up my money. And me and my best friend really want to go to Katsucon. We really want to go to Katsucon. Besides the fact that tickets are cheap. AX tickets are expensive because it's LA. And they're super expensive. Like, late tickets are like $150. Early birds are like $80, which is a good price. But if there is no cons, I'm going to be saving up money besides just to have in general. But for, like, my cosplay fund, once I'm out of here, once 2022 hits, I'm out of here. I am traveling the house. I want to save up for Katsucon, and then I also want to save up for Japan. I want to go to Japan so bad. So bad. Like, and I don't want to go for just like a day or two. No, if I go to Japan, I'm going for at least 2 weeks. Like, at least 2 weeks. But there's so much I want to experience that I'd probably stay for like 3. I would say a month, but I probably wouldn't be able to afford that, so. I know, that is so cool. There's also there's the Sanrio, like, resort, the Hello Kitty resort in Japan. Also, I just really want to go to Japan for the food. I want to go for the food. Like, I get it, like, I'm not here to be like, yeah, I'm a tourist, and I hate the fact that tourist personality traits are depicted as loving food, but God, I'm going to Japan for some food. They have corn ice cream. Ice cream is already, like, my favorite food, but Japanese ice cream looks so gosh dang good. So good. I've seen those konbinis. I've seen them. I've definitely pronounced that wrong. But the konbini ice creams, 7-Eleven has it down. I'm going to spend my first week in Japan just eating stuff from 7-Eleven. That's it. I also really want to try their egg salad sandwiches because they look so much better than how we make them in America. They look so good. Like, I already like egg salad. Like, I have to be in the mood for it, but God, it's so good. One more questions about wigs and how to wear wigs and how to not show your hair. Well, my friend. Okay, so as of right now, what I usually get, a lot of people will show you. Let me just pull out my thing. Okay, so a lot of your wigs, most of the time if you're gonna buy wigs, like cheaper wigs, I suggest Amazon, eBay, and then AliExpress. You wear 2 wig caps. I know a lot of people do that, especially if they have a lot of hair, and I have a lot of hair, and I actually just stick with one. You could probably use what's it called? I just bought it too. Face tape, medical tape. You could probably tape it down and it'll be better for that. But I only wear 1 wig cap. I've tried doing the 2 wig cap method, and it never works out for me. I've always been good with one. What I do with my hair, the wig caps, most of the time they'll give you the stocking ones. If you get the ones that look like stockings or tights with no holes in it, don't wear those. Those are garbage. I know a lot of people I look up to in the cosplay community wear those, and I can't stand those. They never work. They always slip off. They're not good. They're truly not good. They're good if you're wearing a lace front and you have to glue it down to your head. But the netted ones, they usually all look like this, have this weird white lady on the front, and then have this cute little gal here, which actually looks like an OC of mine, and it's hilarious. These are incredible. Don't wear the stocking ones. Those are horrible. If you ever have those, throw them away. If you ever see something on Amazon selling those, don't buy them. Buy these. The stocking ones are probably like 50 cents in comparison to these are like $1. But these are so much better. So much better. And I have a lot of hair. I take it down, but also kind of like what I got going right now. It's pretty long. It's maybe about 2 feet of hair. And it's not too thick, but it's not thin. It's like more on the thicker side. And so what I usually do to get my hair laying flat, is that I will braid mine. What I would suggest, I'm just barely learning how to braid. I know I'm 18 and I don't know how to braid. I'm learning. But I would usually have my younger sister Dutch braid my hair. To where not only is it just tight and that will stay put more than just a regular braid would. Dutch braid my hair into 2. And then you get that and then you you overlay them. So when I get a strand, like let's say I have a braid right here, I get the braid and I fold it around the crown of my head to where it wraps, not just like going straight up, but like around the crown of my head, pin it in place, and then wrap the other one too and pin it in place. Like a couple, like maybe at least 3 pins per hair. So then cosplay is also just a lot of bobby pins. Get a lot of your bobby pins from the Dollar Tree, 99-cent store. Just get a bunch of them and have them stocked up, because as cosplayer, you're going to lose them all of them, all the time. I have the typical gay hair, short sides and long at the top. So, yeah, that same, you could also just braid it. If you have it buzzed on the sides, it's actually going to look a lot better for cosplay, actually. Short hair is super good for cosplay. I would love to cut my hair short. I'm one of those people who don't look good in short hair. It doesn't fit my face or my body type. Like, I'm not here to be like, if you have my body type, don't get short hair. I personally don't think, I've never liked short hair on me. Never. It is so convenient, but I've never looked good in it. Especially now that I have bangs. And that's my favorite part of my hair is my bangs. I really can't. Short hair would not look good on me. I look like a little girl. More fetus than I usually do without makeup on. I have such a round face. But yeah, actually, I just today, I still need to go back and shave this part. What a lot of people start doing is shaving their, oh God, that feels so weird. I just shaved my, God, what are these called? My sideburns. I shaved them today. This one doesn't look too good, and you could actually still see I have a lot of hair still right here. But they just get so long. I didn't realize how long mine were. Mine were like 2 inches long. And they don't affect this because this is at the top of my head. This like stops here. So anything below that, honestly, I could just cut. And so I did. This one actually is yeah, look how clean that is. Is that what men feel? I've never forgotten a fresh shave. Wow. Also, my mom doesn't know I did this. God, that feels so nice. That feels so nice. Do you do vlogs or did vlogs for cons? Every year I've tried and I've failed. I've recorded some parts of the convention, like on Instagram or Snapchat, which if you were to find them, they're all on my cosplay Instagram right now, and my ᕗᴄဃᴇ cosplay little circle thingy, and then my Bowsette circle thingy. And I actually have some clips of there. I'm super bad at taking photos and video recording at a convention, but next time I'm at a convention, trust me, there's going to be vlogs. And I love vlogging. Vlogging is one of my favorite things to do. And I've never been able to make one. But next time for Anime Expo, I'm pulling out all the stops and I'm definitely recording. What I'd probably end up doing is getting a little, like, I don't know, I'd probably upgrade my storage a lot so that I can record on my phone. Because carrying just a camera around, I'm not good with editing on a camera and on a laptop. I'm much better with my iPad Pro, on Q-Cut Pro, and then my phone. So, but yes, those will be coming. I've always wanted to do those, and I can't wait. Yes, start your YouTube channel. I remember I used to try to do that all the time when I was younger, and then it never ended up working out. Start young, because then you can see your progress as a cosplayer the further you go, and it's super cool to see. That's why I never delete any of my old videos that I find of myself or photos I have myself in cosplay, because I can see how much I've grown from then. But dang it, what was I talking about? Oh yeah. So yeah, these are the best. And so what I usually do, there's a little top after you shove your hair in there, twist it, and then pin it again to your hair. And then I just finally purchased medical tape. A lot of people do like the facelifting thing, which is what I bought it for. But also you could do that to just put it right here. And then it also secures your wig cap in place. And a lot of people will put their wigs on, like, they'll put their head down and go like this. I used to do it like that, but also, especially if you're like me and you're buying cheaper wigs, you fling it around one time and it is down for the count. You can just completely ruin that wig and it's so hard to get it untangled. So what I usually do, it's probably just my head shape. I grab it from the front, like I go like this, grab it like a claw, and then pull it back and stretch it with my other hand. I'm literally just envisioning me putting on a wig cap. And I put it over like this and stretch it and pull it over to where it's like cling on to the back of my head, like to after the roundness, it's at like the base, and then I get it in between, pull it forward, and then adjust it. Grab it at the sides and adjust it, and make sure it's over back there. You also want to make sure that it's adjusted to your head shape, which is where the little strings on the back are. I have tons of cheap wigs that still have this little thingy in the back, the 2 strings on the side, and then you buckle them in the little hoops that are in the back. And you just use those to tighten it up properly. I put it on my neck and pull. Yeah, okay, yeah, that's what I do for the wig cap. I pull it completely down and I pull it up and then just shove all my hair in, if I'm just doing it loosely. But yeah, I do it from the front first and then shove it all the way in the back. I feel like, because especially if you have a styled wig and you go like this and you like hang it upside down and you flip it over like that, it's an effective way. But if your wig is styled, and especially if it's a cheap styled wig, you're gonna just ruin the style. Unless it's completely glued in place. But if it's just hairsprayed in and not with genuine glue, it's moving. It's moving. Yeah. So I'm like, I usually just hold it over like here, stretch it to where it fits the back, and then adjust it like this. That's how I usually wear mine, and then I'll get safety pins. Safety pins are sharp. Bobby pins, and stick like 2 on the sides, and make sure you weave it through the wig cap, the wig, the wefts of the wig cap, and then your hair. So what I usually do is you go in once, and then you lift it, and then you see it poking out, let's say, like, of the wig. Push it back in hard enough to where you're going to grab the, like, either your hair or the wig cap, push it in, and then lift it and go up. Like, try to weave it in instead of just shoving it in, because sometimes it just gets loose and then they fall out. But if you, like, weave it in, it works. You could also have someone else do this for you. Just go in, like, weft, and then it's like scooping ice cream. Like, this motion with it. But you're going in, and then you lift it, you see it, and then it's back down, and you scoop it, make sure it's in, and then you lift again. And then for third measure, especially because most of the time they'll be sticking out like this much still, and then you get it, and then you shove it back into the hair. And then you can't see them anymore. Because if you just shove it in like this, you're going to be able to see the whole thing. I'm going to try that. I'm going to go grab bobby pins. But that's how I've done it as of recently in the past few years. It's so much better. It is way, way better. Trying to think of what else. Wig-wise. I actually don't know. But wig-wise, I think that's pretty much it. For keeping wigs in place, and then you're just gonna want to put bobby pins throughout, like the crown where you're at. Most of the time I like to do it to where when you lift up the wig, you can see the, most of the time they'll have a little bit. I'm just gonna pull out a wig actually so I can show you what I'm talking about, because I feel like it's more difficult with the fact that I don't have a wig. I'll just pull out my Elizabeth from 7 Deadly Sins wig that I haven't styled yet, but let's just see what we got going on. Oh god, also this wig is so beautiful, and I bought this months ago and I still haven't cosplayed Elizabeth. I got her costume literally nearly a year ago, and then I bought her wig like a while ago. So I was gonna also show you like what I'm also talking about. So I'm doing this with a really nice wig. Also, this wig is super nice, and it was only $20 off of Amazon. I don't know if you're into 7 Deadly Sins, but I got the tavern uniform last Christmas, and then I bought Elizabeth's wig off of Amazon, and god, is this wig amazing. I've only tried it on, but I've never actually, like, worn it out or whatever. All my wigs are from Amazon, yeah. Also, what I like to try, one brand I would say to stay away from, unless you were going to try their wigs for styling purposes, or you're just using it to like closet cosplay something. Like if you're gonna be more at home, or you're trying a styling technique or whatever, or you're just gonna cut it up, or you're trying something, get Mappa Beauty wigs. But if you want a good wig, stay away from Mappa Beauty. They're really cheap and not the good way. There's a few wigs on there that are hit or miss. My wig for Lucy, Herphelia, it was only like $8, and it's a super incredible wig. But all the other wigs I've bought from Mappa Beauty aren't too good. Yeah, but my favorite brand to buy from, this one actually isn't, actually, I don't know, is this from ᕗᴄဃᴇ? I actually don't think so. Yeah, okay, this one's from Pro Beauty on Amazon. My favorite wigs that are incredibly easy to style, super nice to work with, wear amazingly, and are really good with like detangling are from ᕗᴄဃᴇ. I will spell it out somewhere on here, but they're the best quality wigs. I hope one day that they'll sponsor me because I love their wigs and they're cheap too. I probably have like 5-6 wigs from them. My Mina Ashido wig, which was the first wig I ever styled. Super easy. One of the best wigs I've ever bought. Truly. But so for this Elizabeth wig, so what you'd want to do for the bobby pin is like, this one has lace in it, so it might be more difficult with a more expensive wig for the wefts at the top. But you could also just puncture through the lace and it won't really do much. You get it through, get the bobby pin like with it and shove it in here. And then lift it while it's netted through the first time. It's like sewing basically. This is basically like hand sewing. And then you get it and then poke it through like a little bit further back into the wig from a different hole that you poked in the first time. And then reach down and really get into your hair. And then your wig cap, and then get it and you'll pull it back up again, and then most of the time there'll still be like extra room that you could see the the bobby pin in. And so what you're going to do is just fish it and put it back into just the wig, and then you can cover it with the hair and your stuff is still placed. I'm going to make a whole video about this technique because it's really important. I learned it only recently because my wigs were really falling apart because they were super freaking cheap, and I managed to keep them on my head with these. So, but yeah, other parts. Also, good things you could tell if you're buying a good wig is that, besides like the little, let's see, so it has this super nice, it won't be like lacy, but they'll have really good wefts in here. You could tell a good wig with how many wefts it has. Like this has a pretty good amount of wefts in here. It looks like a train track, basically, is what you really would like it to look like. And then the lace will keep it more sturdy than just regular thing. And also, it's elastic. That's one thing, like, you could totally see that it stretches. All the wefts are sewn in with, like, more elastic threads. And even though they're, like, more stiff, they're still sewn onto an elastic band. Super. I didn't realize how really good quality this was because I haven't really played around with it. But look at that stretch. That's going to keep going all around your head. And that's only a part of this wig. And then another good thing is that they'll usually have a, they'll start with like a circle, like a skin spot. And then this whole thing, if it's like super well covered, that's really good to see. That's what I usually look for. It's really high quality material. Like the more stuff there is on the head, the better it should work for you. And then also, again, with these little strap thingies, I haven't only recently used these, and they're actually pretty convenient sometimes. Sometimes they're just kind of useless. It's really hit or miss. Hi, baby. Are you going to go lay on my... Are you going to go nap? She's laying down on my hoodie. She's trying to nap on my hoodie. Okay, let me go put her on my bed. She's looking at my bed. She's like, I want to go to... I know, it's your bedtime. Come here, baby. Come here, baby. I know. Let me get the stuff off the bed, and then you can sleep. I know. Mommy's gone, and you can't sleep with Mom, and now you're upset. Okay. Come here, baby. Come here, baby. And then before she goes to bed, come say hi. Hi, my baby. Hi, I know you're tired. Oh, it's so sleepy. Okay, it's like bedtime. Night-night. Oh, go lay down. Lay down here, and I'll clean up, and then there you go, baby. No, you're not on the floor and laying in my pajamas. She's all sleepy. What a cutie. I mentioned that meme in like a stream I did, I think that was 2 weeks ago. Yeah, that was 2 weeks ago actually. And did I spill stuff on my pants? I think I did. But it's this guy putting his cat in a sweater and he goes, "What a cutie." I gotta post that somewhere. I love that. Okay, the flaps on the sides. Okay, so when your wig looks like this, that's gonna be your front, right? You got hair at the top coming down, right? Just like I do. You've got hair coming from the top, but also you've got sideburns, and your hairline should naturally square out like that. You see? You see that? But it naturally squares out to fit the frame of your face, and then also go and not go longer than your ear. That's what the sideburns are for. Oh my goodness. I choked on my own saliva. That's so stupid. And I coughed so hard I made my eyes water. It looks like I'm crying. My mom's gonna FaceTime me and be like, "Are you okay?" And I'm like, "I'm literally fine. I had a coughing fit because my dumb self choked on my saliva." I don't even know how I did that. Ugh. Oh no, I got raccoon eyes. Oh no. Okay, going back, but yeah, so your hairline naturally, besides the stuff that grows from the top of your head and down like just the sides, like you've got naturally a square bottom hairline, and so does this wig. You're gonna have tresses flowing down, but also you've got your hairline, and also because your hair stops to grow behind your hair, it goes from like straight to like down here, and then has to start moving backward like this. Because if your hair just all went like this, you'd have a problem. And so that's another thing with drawing. If you're drawing hair, your hair doesn't just go like this. You have a hairline. That's one of the biggest things to realize also when you're styling hair, is that you got a hairline first. Like my hairline, it starts here, and then it keeps going, and then it squares off here. But yeah, so for my hairline, like these are my bangs, this is my fringe, but my hairline is underneath all of it. And so that's what basically it gives you, like this has that, right? And then it has hair flowing down, but also the hairline starts like way underneath here, and so you have hair starting from here, and then it keeps going and then moves down to the side. And so this is to make sure it fits your head properly, and so your ears go behind this little pocket. This also will like keep it to frame your face properly instead of it just being circular. I've noticed more recently the better wigs I get aren't just circular anymore, because when I first got my wigs, they're just all just a circle. They're just a circle. And so if you just have a circle on your head, you'd have to move the wig behind your ear, and then you're bending how the wig was meant to fit. But with this, they got your ear pocket for you, because some cheap wig makers forget that you have ears, and you're a human being with ears. So, but yeah, and so if we take a look in here, wefts start to be sewn on the side. See, it starts to part here on the side, and then starts flowing down this way. It starts coming out from like here, and then it starts going into the back and covering here. And so these are what your sideburns basically would be like. They have a smaller weft right here to frame for sideburns, which is actually super cool. Talking too fast. You naturally have sideburns, and one thing you could always tell with a good wig, one thing I didn't realize until recently how to tell if a good wig is a good wig, is that it's already layered for you. The ᴄᴇᴇ wigs that I purchase a lot from are already layered, and that's like the basic thing of styling, is that if you keep it all one length, it's gonna look flat, And if you want to be more like, I'm a character in the real world, you're gonna have layers, and your hair is gonna be different shapes and lengths. And like my hair isn't just all one length. Like I have these, I have my bangs. My bangs are different sizes. Like it's all different. And so they even give you, I didn't even realize that now, there's a loose thread here, honestly, which is I have to cut, but that doesn't matter. But they already give you baby sideburns to style already. Like they cut it for you. One of my wigs has a flat, but I never knew what they were. Don't worry, I didn't realize what they were until recently. Like, don't worry, and I'm 18, don't worry about it. But yeah, so good wigs will always be already layered for you. Which also makes the teasing process a lot easier because then you don't have to trim and cut it towards different lengths. And so a lot of easier styled wigs, like my Mina Ashita wig was super easy to style, and I didn't have to do much with it because it was already layered for me, like a lot. So, and this already has this baby sideburns for you. Instead of having to cut, because most of the time it'll be super long all the way down, like this flap, the hair that's sewn onto this flap will be the same that are sewn into the wefts of the back of the wig. But these people, they framed it for you. So most of the time you could probably just throw this wig on and go. But yeah. Yeah, see, and then up here, there's like, you can see that there is thinner wefts up here at the top. And then they get longer. Like, see, here's longer wefts. And then they keep going until they are very long. Because her hair is predominantly just one length. But to show, like, extra, like, because your hair doesn't just all grow the same length. Like, you have new hairs growing in all the time. And so your hair will never be the exact same length. And so the fact that they already have layered wefts in here, like, you could tell it's, like, cheaper wigs are more lazier made because, like, they're not being paid much for it. So they just want to get product in and out. And so when you see that layering in a wig, like, that's one of the first things you could tell. Like, even if the wig, I don't know, doesn't sit right, that's one thing you could tell that this, like, with a wig is that it is, if it's layered, they took the time in to make sure you do it. Like this wig, it's thinner at the top, which might be kind of an issue, even though it's like super thick in the back. Like, it'll be easier for me to layer and then tease if I need to. But yeah, and so this wig again is from Share Your Styles on Instagram, Pro Beauty, at Pro Beauty on Amazon. This wig is handmade. Minor differences reasonable, but if you have any issue, welcome to contact us. Firstly, for Saltman, thank you. But yeah, Pro Beauty, which is I'm probably gonna check out more of the wigs because I do really like this. And honestly, most of the time for I have yet to try to like super style a wig. And what I mean that is having to cut wefts. That's one thing I'm super afraid of doing is cutting wefts. I'm gonna purchase a cheap wig off of eBay, just to see what it's like, to try to style it and try to put it in a ponytail, because you can cut wefts a certain way, like, actually mold this wig into what you're doing, instead of just having to, you be like, oh, you put this on your head. But honestly, if I wanted to fix this issue of, like, seeing wefts, and honestly, it's not too bad. Like, honestly, if I were to go like this, you can't really see any wefts, but if you really wanted to fix that, like, see, there's that right there. If you really wanted to fix it, you could probably easily take one of the many wefts from the back of the wig from underneath all the wefts, like probably like a bottom one or in the middle. Grab that, like, rip these wefts out and then sew them back or just glue them back at the top. Boom. Also, did you eat today? Are you hydrated? That is actually so funny because most of the time, I'm the one telling people that to make sure that they're hydrated and that they eat and that they do their basic human functions, because sometimes it's hard to do that. And especially if you're like me and you get executive dysfunction, which comes with a lot of people, but a lot of people who are on the spectrum have it, aka myself. But yeah, so doing basic functions sometimes is hard. And so I really appreciate you reminding me. Yes, I did drink water today. I definitely need to go get more. And I did eat today. I know as of recently, I don't know why my appetite hasn't really been there, and I haven't been eating much. And then when I do eat, it's not very healthy for me. It's literally just like all sugar. Have you take your meds today? God, you're so nice. I do need to take my BC. I'm not gonna. There's like what 3 people watching. My birth control. It's not because I'm in a relationship and I'm seeing somebody. No. I'm a woman and periods suck, and so to lighten that and to actually regulate my like system, I just take birth control. I do need to take that. Thank you, Mom. I know my best friend, she has a really difficult time remembering to like eat and drink and stuff, and so I usually will remind her like daily, like, hey, make sure you do your stuff, because sometimes like you just need a little nudge. And that's not to be like anybody be like, wow, you didn't like do like one healthy thing today. Like, have you fed the doggies? Yes, I actually gave them a Thanksgiving dinner. What we like to do is if it's like a holiday or something, we'll have like chicken broth or like beef broth in the fridge, and then I will heat that up to where it's like nice and warm, and then I'll get their just their dog food, and then I'll pour some in there, and I'll mix it up to where it's like like opposite of like cereal, like dinner cereal for them. And then I'll give that to them. They already ate today. They usually eat like twice a day, and so for their little special dinner, I gave them that. And they also they had a little snack too when I was making my second dinner, because I did eat food for Thanksgiving, but also I didn't eat too much because my appetite's not really here. But yeah. Oh, dang, I should have recorded me doing that. Then we're gonna do that again. But yes, thank you for reminding me of all your stuff. Yay, you've completed today's life level. Thank you, I know. And now the next life level I have to complete tomorrow, in addition to that stuff, is doing homework. Procrastination sucks, and also it sucks even more. Like, I procrastinate already, but like, ever since my surgery back in September, I've been really off with my routine of doing homework, so it's been a little weird. And then we've had a lot of construction and stuff going on, so that's my executive dysfunction. It just, it's not very good. It's not helping me with anything. That's always fun. I thought my professors, I have 2 classes, and they're so stressful. You would think that as a college student who really needs some time off, that I'd get it. Just a week. I don't get that. For one of my classes, Kira's coming in here. Hey, baby. I know I gotta get your doggy bed, and then what have you. Let's just, all my bras all over the floor. I can't show that, but. Hi, baby. I know, you and Sissy are tired. I know. Look at your Sissy's already laying down. I know, I'm sorry. I might give you a bath tomorrow because you kind of stink, but that's okay. I love you anyway. But yeah, and so one of my professors was lovely enough to, not give me any homework, but my most difficult class, my professor still gave me homework. It's not that much homework, but like, I wanted a week off. I really did. And then also I have my huge final, which is a 10-page paper, which I know my final draft that I turned in last week, literally like a week ago on the 18th. I procrastinated it so much that it was probably the crappiest work I've ever done. So if I get an F on that, not too surprised. But that's my final draft, which is from a 6-page paper to a 10-page paper. That's due in like 11 days. And I'm a procrastinator, and my executive dysfunction is going off. And I'm in an environment where I don't want to learn. Yeah, so here's an idea. Drop out. Dude, I wish I could. I'm waiting for the day when I can. I'm waiting. The only thing that's really keeping me in here is the fact that I live rent-free with no bills, because my mom says as long as I'm going to school, I don't have to pay bills. Once I get a job, and I can afford to pay those, then I will have to pay. But for right now, if I'm in school, I don't have to pay for rent or my bills. Which one is a lifesaver, because I'm literally no money, 0. And so that's a lifesaver. And then also I get, the only time I get money now is through financial aid. And I just got I didn't even know you got financial aid twice per semester. I just got my second part of my financial aid, and I really needed that. I was about to cry because the holiday season, I couldn't afford anything for my family. And my art account isn't like popular enough to where people will want to give me commissions. And all my friends who do commission me are also having a hard time right now during the holiday season. And so I'm not gonna be like, give me money. But like, I'm not getting commissions in, so I've been like selling my personal items so then I can make money. Yeah. But so those grants, they saved me. So that's another thing. I'm staying in here just to go mosey by. Like, even if I'm getting a degree, I don't really don't want to get a degree in. I really don't want to stay in school for 4 years. But if I gotta stay in it until I can find a job. That's all I need. I'm gonna stay until I have a job where I'm making a decent amount of money. But yeah. Sorry for not talking. It's okay, Naranja. That's totally fine. But yeah, school is stressful. I was eating a lot of food. Dude, same. That's genuinely a mood. But yeah, school is difficult, but they pay me. I'm also going to school, I'm going to school for free, basically, because of my financial situation. So it's like I'm stabbing myself in the foot if I don't go. So it's 1 a.m. Time to go get more turkey. That's a mood. And I'm so upset because our oven is currently broken, and so we weren't able to make anything for Thanksgiving. So we ate at a family friend's house. And God, I wish we could have taken leftovers home. They knew I was going to be home alone all weekend with no food in this house, and I got no leftovers. None. I just wanted some taters and some yams, and I got none of it. Pressed. Oh, that's what I wanted to show. I wanted to show you how to properly package your wigs because I've ruined so many good quality wigs because I didn't know how to store them. So every time you get a wig, they'll come in a little baggie. Sometimes you'll get a fancy bag. Most of the time you'll just get this. I've only have one wig that was maybe $30, and it came in a more fancy wig. In a wig bag, but these are just fine. Also, reuse these. I have a lot of stuff that comes in little baggies like these. Single-use plastic is super bag, and you could use these for anything. Most of the time I save these for conventions, to pack my stuff in, makeup or whatever. Save these. Also, you don't know when you're going to lose a bag to a wig, and you need to put your wig in one. So keep these. Also, I used to throw these away. Keep your wig nets. Keep your wig nets and your wig bags. You will literally kill your wig if you don't have either of these. Literally, you will kill your wig. Your wig could be high quality and you will ruin it without this. Once you get a wig, all I can say is you treat that like a newborn baby with a fragile neck. Like fresh newborn baby. You be super careful with wigs. That's why I don't toss mine around. Even when I was fidgeting with it right now, I was nervous about it, but because especially I use with any wig, but especially cheaper wigs, they will detangle so easy. And to keep them from being detangled, just to see right when you're opening them, do as I do. So, you always want to hold your wig with your fist in it and not just grabbing it like this, because then you're gonna mix up all the wefts and stuff, and then you're gonna make them a little knotted. So hold it like this, and then do strokes. Brush it lightly with your hands before it goes back in. Give it a nice brushing. Most of the time before you go put your wig back in, if it's not tangled or you didn't wear it out or you just checking it, brush it lightly with your hands just to get the little knots out. I have another tip to actually like seal, like not seal the wigs, but like keep them from detangling. And I have to do it again because my wigs absorb the oil that I put on it. But I will show that in another video because I've been needing to make a video on it. But especially with long wigs, you gotta be super careful because once these tangle, you're not gonna have a good time. Especially with Hatsune Miku wigs. Those are the most, you have to treat those things like they are glass. Like you're holding glass and you're walking on a tightrope. I know it does look like Miku's hair. But yeah, Miku wigs gotta be super careful of. What I usually like to do for my longer wigs, I do this for every wig. For shorter wigs, I do something else because they don't have much hair. But with these, I start grabbing them. I grab them like this, and then I get my finger and I just start from like the bottom, and I start to like twirl it like this. Just a twirling. Just twirl it until it's like kind of tight. And then like once you start seeing it's like completely up to like the wig cap and the wefts, like see when it starts turning like that, get it and start rolling it super tightly, and then roll it and then put it into the wig. And then take your finger out and then especially if it's unstyled, this is what you want to do for unstyled wigs. If it's a styled wig, you really don't want to put it back in a bag. You really want to keep it on a wig head. Because if you shove a styled wig back in a bag, you're going to lose your style, whether you glued that thing down or not. That or in a wig box. Because also, especially if it's a styled wig that's longer, your ceiling fan, the wind from that can detangle that over time, because I've seen it happen. And so, yeah, but so you fold it into like a little ball. So you get all the hair and you keep shoving it like a bread bowl. You keep putting it into the wig cap until you get like a little ball of hair. And then you take your net and then you want to get it, push it all the way, and then get it whole. What I usually do is grab one side and then just start rolling it up like a little present. This will ensure that like the bag is super on and that's nicely secured, like a little present. It's all wrapped up. Yeah, so you just want to keep wrapping it just like this. Yeah, as much as you can. And so at least everything is like together. And then you put it securely back in your wig bag. And then it won't get tangled everywhere if it's just sprawled out everywhere. I know one thing that I've noticed firsthand is that since I take super good care of my wigs, and most of the time when I get a wig, whether I already know it's super cheap and dingy or I spent more money on it, gotta be like, what's it called? It's just, you gotta be super careful with every wig you have. I'd send you money if I could. No, you don't have to send me money. You don't have to send me money. Don't worry about it. I'm afloat right now. There's a lot more people on, especially on TikTok, who need a lot more money than I do, and more people in like your local areas who need money. I'm one person who doesn't need donations. While I could use donation money as of right now, I'm totally okay money-wise. There's a lot more people who are struggling more, right, especially right now during the holiday season. Yeah, I'm totally good. Don't worry about me. But, so, yeah, so with every wig, treat it with as much care as you possibly can, so then the more care you give it at the very beginning, the less aftercare you're gonna have to give it after. Like, you see, and one thing I've noticed, like, with my best friend, bless her heart, but she bought this beautiful, gorgeous $60 wig from Art of Wigs, and it's like the Rapunzel wig, the longest wig I've ever seen. Truly, it was incredible. And when she bought it, I tried giving her pointers for it, but it kind of went one ear, out the other. Love her to death, but, you know, it happens. And when she got the wig to see how long it was, she kept it on a wig head on a pole, just leaning up against the wall in her room, and her fans, she has a bunch of fans that are on 24/7. All that air circulating tangled the wig. The environment it was in was just ruined the wig. Not like it like stained it or did anything, but it wasn't completely, if it's packaged like this is super tight. Even if I go, this isn't going anywhere. I could do this. This wig isn't gonna tangle at all because it's super compact, right? But if you have a wig that all the fibers are just out with no protection, nothing, and you just have constant wind and air going around it and just like spreading the fibers and having the fibers wiggle around, over time, that's gonna ruin the wig. And by time, because she bought that wig, I want to say in January, by time 6 months later came around for the convention and she hadn't properly taken care of this wig, her wig was completely ruined. And that weekend was already so stressful, and that wig, it wasn't doing nothing. Like, my wig also wasn't doing what it was supposed to, but also it was a cheap wig and I completely ruined it because I tried a technique that completely failed. I'll have to go on a tangent about that too, but her wig it's an Arta wig, and Arta wigs are known for being good. Like, there's a reason that they're known for being good. It's not just like she just got a bad wig. It wasn't properly taken care of. Even a $60 wig needs proper treatment and taken care of. Like, it wasn't brushed until we got to the con. The net wasn't there. Like, it wasn't taken care of. And so you will ruin and lose money because cosplay is an investment. And what you want to do for these wigs is that you want to keep it around for as long as possible. Like, I've never had to rebuy a wig for something, and that you can always reuse a wig. Like, I'm Miss Stingy. I will keep an old crappy wig around and figure out what to do with it. Like, even if I'm cutting it into a buzz cut, like something. But yeah, it's just, you gotta take care of your wigs, because they're not just I'm gonna wear it one time and throw it away. Like, they're an investment. They're an investment, especially if you plan on, like, doing TikToks and, like, you're keeping it around for a long time, and so you're gonna want to keep it around. I need to put this back in here. I know this wig was, like, the first wig I've ever actually got, like, a tag with it. Wigs are expensive over time. I've probably, oh my goodness. For, like, every con season, I probably spend about, let's say, like, it's at least $40 per con season. That's $40. And if you don't take care of that, wigs for other characters. Like, I could use this for Miku. I could use this for a bunch of other stuff. I could use it for an OC. I could use it for going out. Like, you want to take care of your wigs. Like, costumes, like, yeah, those are also an investment, and you want to take care of what you have, you know, but like, most of the time, costumes, you're gonna expect wear, and you expect to wear, and you expect to, at some point, have to repurchase it or completely remake it. But with wigs, if you treat them really nicely, you can keep them going for a few years. Like, I have costumes I made last year, and I know that with one of them, I'm gonna have to throw it away and then buy another one. Like, it could be in a year's time you have to throw away that costume. Like, the wigs I still have from that con last year, they need to be fixed. They need some TLC because I completely ruined them by trying out a method that I thought was going to work. That didn't work. But I can totally still fix it. They're totally fixable. Whether I wash them up and just completely chop them to be, like, I could use them for cosplays on TikTok or what have you. Like, whether it's just me using them at home, doesn't matter. They're being put to use. Or you could also save them and keep them for wefts for another wig. My suit bodysuit isn't working. Keeps breaking at the seam. Your thread, if you keep resewing it, or it just the seams that are pre-sewn already, that when you bought it, they might have used cheap thread. And so you might have to go over those parts with, like, a more, like, expensive thread. Like, it's not more expensive because thread isn't that expensive, but, like, a nicer, high-quality one, and go over that. Or bring it to a seamstress and have her restitch it. I don't know about you. I have a local seamstress who I really should go over and talk to. But she's always done stuff super cheap. Like, I remember she used to do my Girl Scout patches and, like, iron them on and everything for, like, $1. literally like $1. She's super sweet. But yeah, so take care of your cosplay stuff and your items. So again, like props, they're gonna break. They're gonna break, stuff's gonna fall off, they're gonna break, batteries are gonna die, what have you. Your wigs are gonna last you, especially if you get more higher quality wigs or you really keep it like, there's this cosplayer I've watched recently, and she just strips like the crown right here of wefts from a cheap wig, cuts them all out, and then just repurposes the wefts and glues them on, like glues on the wing. So then one, they don't ever move, and two, she won't ever have to worry about brushing a wig again. Like I need to make it public. I have a cosplay playlist of videos that I've been saving for years now that have given me a lot of like pointers and stuff and what have you. There's a few I need to go back and remove because some of the stuff I learned from there didn't help me at all. Like there is this one tip that I'm talking about. It was for my ᕗᴄဃᴇᴄ wig for AX last year, and I had bought a cheap wig, Mappa Beauty wig off of Amazon, because I'm balling on a budget. When I talk about balling on a budget, I mean on a budget. I paid like not even $10 for that wig, which is very cheap for a wig. Anything between like $5 to like $10 for a wig, super cheap. 11 to like $30, that's you're getting a good price range. But I bought this wig, and I was told that if you get little amounts of gel and you put them in your wigs and then brush it through, it'll keep it from detangling. I now have a better method of detangling, and I don't recommend that, but that literally ruined my wig. Crusty. It became crusty. I don't know what this lady used to brush through her wigs to where they were still lifelike and not just clumped together, but it was horrible, and I ruined a wig that way. I plan on soaking that. I'll probably end up doing that this weekend. I could work on that, and I could live stream it. Tips for posing, that's something I'm actually still working on, but if you're going with a friend and you are like in a group of poses, it is so awkward. It is so awkward, but you have to pose together, and you guys have to get close and like map out poses of what you want to do. Like do it a while before the con. Like get your like poses down pat. Like if your character doesn't have a specific pose, like JoJo pose, like JoJo posing, like if you can't JoJo pose and you have to figure out what pose you want to do, also just look up on Pinterest. A lot of people say do a lot of angles, like triangles, like try to do as much triangles, like that's a triangle, angles. Angles are really good. You literally look on Pinterest for pose references, and that's why I do. Junko pose, yeah. Junko pose. Like, see, if you can't JoJo or Junko pose like that, and your character doesn't have that, like, if it's Danganronpa, that's fine. You are just fine. Because they give you your pose for you, but for me, when it was me and my best friend being Bowsette and Booette, we had no idea what to do. And so we just kind of got together and went like this, or like, it was hilarious. We don't know how to pose, and that's something we gotta work on. But yeah, angles work a lot, and then look up what your character does, and then look up, like, you can look up shy pose reference on Pinterest or on Google, or like happy pose reference, or like if I were doing Mina Ishida, I'd probably do this. Like simple stuff. But a lot of people say that to make your photos look better, try doing a lot of angles. Like, a lot of people say triangles work the best. So, like, imagine just your body being a triangle. Like, that's not a triangle, but that's a triangle. Very rounded triangle. It's a triangle. Yeah, that's, I'm still learning how to pose, so, especially because I've never been on a photography shoot before, and so whenever I pose, it's just been people coming up to me at convention being like, hey, can I get a picture, or like, can I take a picture of you, and I have no idea what I'm doing, so, learn your poses before you go to a con, or before your photo shoot, and I've never done a photo shoot before, so, I have a friend who's, like, a good photographer, and I was gonna ask her, if she could, like, help take photos of me and my friend. Of course pay her, because she's actually a super incredible photographer. That's something else. What if you're in a rush and you have to take pictures? Natasha, I'm gonna save the video streams for, the reacting streams for another stream. Right now I'm just kind of just doing chillin' stuff. I will definitely give it a look on that stream, if you want to see my reaction to it. But as of right now, I'm just going to, I'm saving that for another stream because I don't think I'll get many reactions for the next one. So I'm just going to save that one. But feel free to ask questions too. Don't worry about it. If you are I had to do this last year because we were in a rush to get back to our hotel because once the con closes, especially if you're in LA or you're in a very busy area, you gotta book it or else you're gonna be stuck in traffic for hours. And if you know LA's shitty, you're gonna be stuck in traffic the entire time. So me and my best friend and her mom, we were all trying to get back to our car and get out of there before the traffic happens. And this guy was like, oh, and our feet were hurting. Our feet were killing us too. This guy was like, hey, do you mind if I take a picture? And we looked at each other because we were both exhausted. Our makeup was falling apart. Our costumes was falling apart. And we were just like, we are super flattered, but we are so sorry. We got to get back to our car. Thank you very much, but not right now. Like, show your appreciation to them. Ask for a photo, being like, oh, not right now. It's more polite to like show that you are very flattered at the fact that they would ask for a picture because that is it's like an honor by God. Whenever people have asked me for a photo, I'm like, wow, they want a picture of my face. They think I look good enough for a picture. That's incredible. It's just, you gotta show them, like, thank you so much. I really appreciate it, but I'm really busy and I gotta go. I'm in a rush. I'm so sorry, but I appreciate you asking. And then you just walk off. The guy who asked for a picture, we were like, dude, we super duper appreciate it. Like, we are very flattered, but we gotta get going. We gotta go get dinner. We're sorry. Like, it wasn't just dinner. We had to beat traffic so bad. We were running in heels. And I'm flat-footed, and my best friend has hip dysplasia. So you can imagine us, besides walking hours and hours. Her hips are sore and tired. My feet are sore and tired. My feet feel like I could walk for 10 minutes and with shoes on, and my flat feet will make it so bad to where I feel like I'm walking on razor blades within 10 minutes. Currently going to the doctor for that. But yeah, and so when this dude, I'm limping. I'm limping back to the car. I'm literally limping, and I have my shoes in my hands. And I was like, oh, dude, I'm so sorry. I'm like, besides the fact that we didn't look good right then and there, especially if you don't look good, it's okay to say no. Like, you will get the other opportunity. If someone asks, someone else will ask again. Like, don't worry about it. They will find another cosplayer who's cosplaying the same thing you're from. Like, don't worry about it. It's not that big of a deal, and that there'll be... They can look online for a cosplayer doing what you're doing. Like, a photo doesn't matter that too much of them. Like, if it was a child, I'd probably have a more difficult time saying no to them because kids think that, like, you're the real deal, and it's a much bigger thing to them when it comes to that. It's like taking a picture with a Disney princess at Disneyland. It's different. It hits different. But I've never been asked by a child just yet. Yeah, I have been asked by, like, if like a little girl or a little boy were coming to me and be like, oh my god, I love Mario, can I take a picture with you? I'd be like, my heart would probably stop right then and there, and I'd be like, dude, I will take pictures with you. You don't have to take pictures with me. I'm taking pictures of you. You're the star of the show, not me. I may have put 4 hours into my hair and makeup, but you baby, you're it. Yeah. It's just showing that you appreciate the fact that they asked for a photo, but also, like, you gotta be like, hey, kind of busy. Especially, like, it's different if it, like, we weren't being conceited, because it's not like we were, like, lying. Like, no, we had 10 minutes to get to our car before the con closed, and then we would be in traffic for 4 hours. Just trying to get to half an hour away hotel. Yeah, that's a lot of fun. So much fun. I hope one day that like a little child, a little baby comes up and asks for a picture, because I'll cry. I'm like, always wanted to be a princess, and so if a child acknowledges my existence, it feels great. Especially little girls. I don't know what's up with little girls. Little girls and babies don't like me. Not all babies. Okay, babies and little girls and little girl babies don't like me. Don't like me at all. I'm not feeling like I am this. It's just they like me more. They actually acknowledge my existence. Narancia, I'm not reacting to videos at this time, but thank you for asking. But yeah, so just walk to your hotel. I wish I could walk to my hotel. If you can afford a hotel that is linked with the convention, like most of the time they're either like right across the street, and so they'll give you a deal or something. Like if you can afford a hotel that's like 5 minutes away from the 5 minutes to half an hour away. Like you don't want to be an hour away. Like by God, you don't want to be an hour away driving back every day. But like half an hour away is the best. Half an hour, 20 minutes, that's okay. 20 minutes is probably more expensive, but like half an hour, 45 minutes, yeah. You just have to count that into your time of like going to the con. So like if the con opens at 10 and you want to be there at 10:30, you're gonna want to leave at like 9:30 if you want to be there like on time. Oh my goodness, my room is a mess. Most of the time it's not this dirty, but I had to get ready for Thanksgiving. And then my room has been a mess in general for like about maybe 2 weeks now. Ever since our construction started, they've been using my room to get to the bathroom to do work and to come in the house. So there's a lot of construction stuff in here, and then I have all my clothes in here. Especially when I run late, I just run amok and make my room a complete disaster. And so there's literally everything on the floor. Like I have a box of like bras that I keep in my closet, and I needed safety shorts, which also, if you're a cosplayer, invest in some safety shorts. Like the dancer, you could also get dancer booty shorts, any type of like black shorts or some shorts that like cover your underwear if you're wearing a skirt or something, or a dress. So then if it flies up, the wind were to catch you off guard, like you're covered. Safety shorts are your best friend at a convention. Literally your best friend. Literally your best friend. Invest in some. When you're younger, they're easier to find, but today I wore a dress, so I just used, I wore those swimmer shorts, like the ones that have like the lining inside, but they're like shorts for you to go swimming in. I wore those today. And so those were at the bottom of that box, and so I had to get in there and chuck my bras, so now there's tons of bras all over the floor. There's also Christmas gifts, clothes, shoes, makeup. We got this cute little seal guy. He's here too. Oh, he's so nice. My friends got me this for a recovery gift. And God, is it so nice. You can get these little guys off of Amazon. And they are the softest thing you will ever feel. They're so nice. They're so nice. And look at his little face. Look at it. Look at his little face. Look at it. He's so cute. He's so nice. And it also looks real. Like they printed like the real face on it. And so it looks hilarious when he looks like this. Like, look, super intimidating, real animal. But he's chunky. Like, literally, and I've also never felt this material before. It's like, oh, so nice. Like, look how dense it is. Look at that. It's so dense. It's so nice. It's so nice. And also his, like, little face sticks out. He's got a little snoot. I could boop a snoot. It's great. Is it the soft silk? It feels like, you know, like the coolness of silk? He feels like that, but it's like mini micro fur. Like, it's like micro fur. Like, literally, when you, it feels like freshly shaved. Like, I don't know, like a little hairy still, but like there's fur and like, I don't know. It is just so soft. So soft. It's definitely softer than, yeah, it's like velvet, but it's like silk and velvet married and had a baby. And then you got this guy. And he's so nice. He's just so like, he's so squashy. Like, he's squishable. Also, he is like, oh, falling asleep laying on this thing is like the best travel pillow you could ever buy. I think they're like $20 on Amazon. They're so nice. And he's been on the floor for like a few days, and I feel really bad because I usually keep all my plushies on my bed, but I guess I just kind of kicked it off. All right, I might just end the stream right now because how late is it right now? Like what? Like 11 something? It's probably late. It's definitely later for you, but why not just clean your room though? I know I'm going to, but I can't multitask. Most of the time I'll blast music while I'm cleaning, like with my headphones in, and so I can't really do that when I'm cleaning. And also I'm pretty silent. That's why like I can't do homework with I can't get to work with people around. Like I had a cousin come over, and then my friend who decided to hang out the entire time she was over, and I had a really big like semi-final or whatever for my class due the week she was here. I had another one of those, and I took it again by myself. And no one was bugging me or anything, and no one was in my room, just me. It took me like 2 hours, and it's a final, so it's gonna take a while. It took me like 2 hours, right? Maybe 2.5. Y'all hear that? God, I hate being home alone. I know my mom was like, "Are you okay being home alone?" And I was like, "Yeah." And now I'm like, I don't know. I might just sleep upstairs. But going back to my story, so yeah, when I took the final by myself the second time, it took me 2 hours. Maybe 2.5, but like no, it was just 2 hours, right? Guess how long it took me when I was distracted? And I'm an introvert, by the way. Like, I'm super, super introverted, and I really don't like being near people. Like, I could go days without being around people. Like, I'm an ambivert, but also, okay, I'm like 20% extroverted and then 80% introverted. Like, I love being alone, but I need people sometime, right? And my friend who kept trying to talk to me and show me stuff, and she was just in here, so I was already distracted. And then I had my friend, another one of my friends in here, also in here. It took me 7 hours. And my thing is time too, so like I'm not lying to you. It took me 7 hours to complete the final. And then when I was by myself a month later, and I'd take it again, it took me 2 hours. And that's just because it's a long final. But that is like, it took me like nearly like over triple times the time to do it when I had people around. Like, that's how bad it is. Like, I really can't get work done or anything done with people around. That's why I'm like, I hate group projects because I could just do it all by myself in a small amount of time. Yeah, and then also I like to like have videos playing in the background, and so I'll get distracted and I'll watch that for a bit, and then I'll keep going in it. I'm not good at working with other people. That's kind of why I'm glad that I don't have college classes on campus right now, because I feel like I'd have to work with people, and I hate working with people. I also hate being with people in general. Like, see, streaming is nice for me because I can talk and get my socialization out, but I don't have to like upkeep conversation. And also because like I'm on the spectrum, I mask all the time. Whether I want to or not, my body automatically masks, so I act like somebody I'm not, and I do actions and stuff that make me look more normal, or like not me, basically. I mask. And so when I'm alone, I can unmask, and masking takes up so much energy and drains me a lot. Like a lot. When I'm not masking, I could be sitting by myself, not making a peep, and just staring. Like I become a rock. A genuine rock. But when people are around, I have to be like a genuine human being. And I'm like, I hate doing anything. Ever. And also masking, like, that's why I also don't go to parties. Because I hate, like, masking drains me so much. Like, it's gotten to the point where, like, every year of high school, I would have to come home every day at, like, some point in the school year when it gets really difficult. And I would have to nap for several hours every day. And I already get, like, I feel tired if I get less than 10 hours of sleep. So, like, I oversleep. And I know it's bad for me, but my body can't stand it when I get less than 10, right? And so imagine if I sleep I'm getting, like, over 14 hours of sleep every day because masking drains me that much. Like, I love just sitting in my bed not doing nothing. Like, that is the best. Okay. I know people were saying something. And I will stream again soon. I've realized that a lot of people are coming to the stream and, like, actually enjoying talking with me, which is super nice. So I'm probably I need to make a streaming schedule. My doggies are making noises. She's, like, snoring. Let's look at my schedule, shall we? So let's see if I can next week. Okay, so this week, today is Thursday, so hi, useless cosplay. How's it going? I have a group project, and I know my partner is gonna do anything. Yeah, so, and that's another thing. Like, you do a group project, no one's ever joining or doing their work. Lady, I get 2 hours. Literally, everybody I talk to gets so little hours of sleep. My best friend barely sleeps. Like, I don't know how she functions. Like, she literally barely can sleep, right? And then there's me on the opposite side of the spectrum where I'm like, oh, I can easily get 16 hours of sleep in a day. Like, easy breezy. Okay, so today's Thanksgiving, so it's Thursday. And I'm going to be busy with homework and my final up until, like, the 13th. Wait, no, because that is due on, like, the 8th. Okay, that is due on the 8th, so that's in, like a week and a half is what we can call it. Not 2 weeks, but, like, a week and a half. So, I do want to stream at least once every week. I try streaming on TikTok and Instagram, so it doesn't work, so I'm just going to be streaming just on YouTube, so, I usually like doing it at the end of the week. What do you guys think my schedule should be? Should I keep it at the end of the week or the beginning of the week? Like, would it be better for me to do it on weekends? Or I'll watch when I can. I'm going to rejoin BRB already. I know I want to stream more than just once a week because the more I stream, the more people will come in. I'm not here to be like, I need more viewers, but I'm like, I like interacting with people more. I think weekends are the best bet. Alright, so I think Fridays are going to be the best. Also because most of the time my important homework is due on Wednesdays, and so, yeah, I think Fridays. Streaming schedules are Fridays. And I do want to do it 2 times a week, so once I start doing 2 times a week, I know for a fact that, okay, so with how my school is working, there's, I'll be out of school, like, December 15th that week, right? And so, after that, my semester's over, and then I don't go back to school until February because there's, like, a short month and a half of winter classes that people can get through if they need more credits or whatever. I could do that, but also I've been working so hard. No, I haven't been working hard. I'm just so stressed over school that I really, really, really need a break, especially considering the fact that I haven't had any breaks whatsoever. Thought I was going to get Thanksgiving break. Didn't get that. So, yeah. So I got homework to do tomorrow. Yeah. Okay. And I know I can stream a lot more this weekend because my family's in here. There's also parts where, like, my step family will come in. And, a lot of the kids, they will sleep in the living room that's right outside my door. Like, there's a bathroom and then there's the living room. And so, since they sleep in there a lot, and of course they're all kids, so they're super rowdy. My house is super loud all the time. And that added door doesn't help the noise cancellation as much as it, it's not helping. So, I'd really like to do it when my step-siblings aren't here. So, okay, Fridays, and then we'll just do Fridays and weekends. If you guys want to follow me on social media, I'm not too active on TikTok right now because I'm really just trying to, I really just want to keep that for just cosplay stuff, and unless I get a bigger following on there, but I really like streaming on here. I was gonna try streaming on Twitch, but it's failed every time, so unless I get a laptop, I'm not gonna stream on Twitch, so it's usually just gonna be in here. But yeah, if you guys follow me on Instagram, there should be my bio underneath here. Let me click this. Yeah, you should be able to, especially when the streams are done, on every single video that I have, and I have my description to where it has all of my Instagrams and all my social media. I'm really only active on my art Instagram. Even if I don't post, I'm posting on my stories, so I'm active that way. And I post art. I draw most of the month, but I will make at least like one post a month, so then like I'm active most of the time. But yeah, so you can find it in the description of all my live streams, and then any of my videos, any of my recent videos. My dog is snoring. On any of my videos in the description, there should be my art account. My art account is ᕗᴇᴇᴄධ. It should be the same name as this account. No underscores or anything, and I'm always active on my story on there. And yeah, to me, just usually reposting stuff. But if people were to actually like start following my art account from this channel to like actually want to see more stuff that I do, I'll probably start posting my more stream time. So yeah, at ᕗᴇᴇ on Instagram. Yeah, so this is probably the longest stream I've ever done, actually, and I had a lot of fun. So happy Turkey Day. Also, I'm sorry, useless cosplay. I'm literally leaving right now. But make sure if you guys want to see more of my stream schedule and more stuff that I do, I'm always active story-wise on my art Instagram, not so much my cosplay Instagram. It's kind of like a backup for right now, and it is. My art Instagram is at ᕗᴇᴇ, same thing as I think this account is named. I have a lot of mixed ones. And then I'm also on Twitter, at darlingjunkie. And that's also linked in my bio on my art Instagram. My art Instagram has everything. I also answer DMs on there too. If you ever need help, if you need to talk, I'm always here. I'm very tired and I do need to clean before I sleep, and I'm exhausted. Like, look how red. My eyes aren't red, but they sting right now. And my doggies need to go to bed. So, thank you everybody for watching. This has probably been the most successful stream so far. And, yeah, so next week we can probably try either talking about more cosplay stuff or art. Either one. I will make sure to hydrate. I will. You guys too. Make sure you guys drink water, eat something. It's okay to cry if you need to. Get as much sleep as you possibly can. Do your homework on time. And yeah, make sure you guys check me out on Instagram because I'm more active on there. Dude, I think my dog's having a dream. Okay, thank you guys so much, and happy holidays! Alrighty, guys. Bye-bye!